brain.
do have a YouTuber brain. I don't cuss at all on my channel.
I know. I noticed it with a lot of people. I noticed Act don't swear anymore.
I don't either.
I need the green sign.
The green sign, exactly.
My
yeah.
girl trip
Yellow.
on me because I say "gosh darn."
Well, it's the same skill set as a YouTuber
Yellow,
or a
off,
dad.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yellow,
That's
Look
you
at
pissed
two
off.
conversations. Boom. Already.
Are we on camera?
Party foul. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know we started. Didn't nobody give us the.
He said it.
Oh, I was about to curse.
And
him out.
everyone starts throwing the thumbs up. That's the other.
Harlem.
How late are we? 11 minutes?
Come on,
11
dude.
minutes is basically early.
Come on.
Yeah. No, but it's the same skill set because with your kid, you try not to swear. But the thing is like you can say really inappropriate things without swearing.
Right.
With the kid, you have to avoid those as well.
When you're a kid, you tried to stop swearing.
No, I'm talking about right now as a dad.
in front of your kids.
But okay,
Whoa.
for example,
Not all of us subscribe
I
to
say
this.
what the heck instead of what the hell.
Yeah.
And my kid then starts saying what the heck, and my girl's like, well, I don't want her saying what the heck either. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even think about that. That's not great. That's not ideal.
Young Kai is the king cusser.
Already?
Yeah.
She's not even 2 yet.
Her mom has potty mouth.
Really? You also
And
let her like,
and her dad. Yeah, she listens to music too.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, has she heard the song "Back to Slauson" before?
She's anything Bricc baby fan. Anytime she see Dada on TV, it's cracking.
My
That's
kid has
valid.
not. My kid hasn't even heard my music yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're depriving her.
I know,
It's crazy.
right? Is that
Yeah.
messed up? I'm thinking I'm making some clean versions.
I think
Yeah.
you should. And it's, her being from Northern Cali, y'all say hecka from the time you're little kids. You can't even say hella until you're like 9, right?
You were saying hecka since birth?
No,
Since
we didn't
birth.
start. We didn't even say that. We went straight to
Yeah.
You went straight to.
yeah.
Is it true that you don't even
You can't
celebrate?
say HE double.
You can say. You can say.
Is it true you don't even celebrate Christmas? You celebrate Jaleec Navidad? I thought of that when I was peeing before.
Oh my goodness, no.
Bars.
That was a good one though.
Jaleesco.
I'm doing what I can do. So we need to know from the chat how they feel about us having Jaleec back. It's already getting extremely controversial.
Yeah, it's big.
Very. I know
happy
you guys have
already.
been keeping up to date with the comments, Adam.
I've been taking a look at the comments. I had a couple members tap in with me and let me know.
We got big ops on the platform. Welcome to
ops.
Big Op Central.
Top
the
ops.
top ops.
Is this a roast?
Yeah.
No, but
No.
no. I feel like she fits in here, and I'll tell you why.
Because she's a woman and
Well-
you're horny as hell, desperately.
Oh my goodness, Adam.
For,
No, he's not going to try to pipe you. He just wants a
I-
shoulder to
I have
cry
a- I'm
on.
a whole ass bitch. I don't know what
he
this
wants
fool's
a
doing
girl
right now.
for his girl to beat him up about, but he'll know deep in the back of his head that he didn't do nothing.
Oh my goodness.
But he likes that. That makes him feel like his love is more real.
Do you think there's a part of me deep down that's like seeking that out?
For
Seeking
sure.
that validation.
She got
It might.
He's seeking arrangements.
she got a
Maybe.
seeking arrangement.
Seeking
Maybe.
arrangements. is- Yeah.
Whoa.
He's
Yeah.
seeking
I made a
derangement.
bag off seeking arrangement.
For real?
What? Seeking arrangements is the
That-
play when you in the field.
That's pimp language.
You
right
gotta
there.
have you some.
I know.
some
Can you
snow,
school
though.
me on the LA language?
Yeah, seeking arrangements. It's not LA language.
No.
Seeking arrangements is a dating site. Trump's wife. That's where she was sugar baby of the year.
So that's
on
like
the
high end
website.
escorting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
It's
valid.
sugar baby. It's
Yeah.
Oh.
not. It's just
She
getting
said it right.
spoiled.
She said it
High-end
right. She
escorting.
said it right.
No, because sometimes I kid you not. Sometimes you check 30 bands a month and won't have to do nothing but go to dinner.
Well, escorting is companionship, technically.
Oh yeah,
But,
well, I don't know about an escort, man. You know what I'm
but
saying?
He said I
the
plead the
reason why
fifth.
the reason why I feel like she fits in here though is because for the longest time I thought we were the good guys. I thought that we were, the Marble super team and all that. We the ops.
I've heard that.
We are the ops.
To who? Just everybody in general?
We're the bad guys.
I do feel like that sometimes, and I wonder what happened. Like, when did that become
Oh
the state of affairs? that way?
Yeah,
I just like
what happened to Virgil?
Sometimes I feel like that's a YouTube thing in general, that there's just way more haters. And sometimes I'm like, I've just been on the platform long enough that there's so many people who know about me that I got people who like me and people who hate me. And then sometimes I feel like, oh, this has become more about hating on us than anything else.
Well, you do the hate thing because that's how they're seen, I guess. Because, okay, out of all the fans that I take pictures with when I'm on the road, when I'm right here, I thought everybody hated me.
Oh.
when they see me, it's like, oh, keep on going, Bricc, you know, and all that. Like, hey, no hugging while the picture. Get yourself popped like that. Yeah, I mean, when they go for this, I think they tried to set me up, but everything else is a go.
Well, even me, I get like an astronomical amount of hate, and it's like realistically, how many times have anyone said anything like negative to me in public? It's like an extremely small number. It's probably.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So do you feel like you're a culture vulture?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's what this is all about.
Really?
He's a culture condor.
I think
they're bigger birds.
So.
This is my thing. What's wrong with being a vulture? Everybody's hungry. Everybody's got to eat.
Vulture.
The vulture is no less than any other animal.
Yeah, we define culture vulture.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'll tell you if there's anything I disagree with here.
I honestly can't define it because I look at a culture vulture. I look at rappers like culture vultures.
Why?
I look at gang members like culture vultures. Why? Because they're like, they're flooding the hip hop culture with why are you doing that, Bricc baby? This is not the time right now, and I'm trying to think, and you're throwing me off.
This is what it's like to go on a date with
about-
him. He's just gonna.
You're talking about gang members.
But no, seriously, like gang members and rappers are culture vultures. Think about it.
The fake ones,
So then
the party crips
So then
are.
they come for the bloggers or the YouTubers or the interviewers like they're culture vultures when in reality they're the culture vultures. They're the ones that's hindering the progression of hip hop.
You have to elaborate. I'm not letting you stop
here
there.
you go.
You have to a little bit. Let her.
She's kind of talking some
hit
shit
it right
right
on the
now.
head.
You got me,
Let's
but
hold
how
court.
are we hindering?
Let's hold court on one of our faves and somebody that she talks about all the time. EBK J-Bo.
Oh,
My dog.
I
Free
love
J-Bo.
him.
Love his
Free
music.
J-Bo.
J-Bo.
But when you really listen to his music, I mean, yeah, it does seem a little vulturish to make all these albums about just killing people that you don't get along with and shit. I don't think
Valid.
that's so.
Vulture is like
nondescript.
culture vulture. Hold on. Hold on, because I gotta stop y'all because this is how we
we're
grew
taking
up.
it to court.
We don't know nothing about no culture vulture. We don't even know nothing about the culture because y'all took the way that we live day to day and called it a culture. Nigga, this is a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
So
Ain't
is this the
nobody
urban culture?
Nigga, this is gang bang culture.
So it's the urban culture.
This is gangbang politics. We don't even call it culture. This not a culture. We grew up in this. We didn't know that we was making the wrong decisions with the dudes that we went to middle school with. They went to the wrong high school. We went to the right high school. The older niggas, they ain't the right niggas over there. We are programmed into this. This ain't nothing that, let's just go make songs
so
about
you're
this
saying
shit.
that you're a
we're
product of your
committing carnage.
environment.
Yeah.
Gang members are
You
a
may
product.
not feel like a culture, but let's show the screen. Culture is a collection of behaviors, values, and beliefs that are shared within a group, such as a nation or religious group. That sounds like what a gang is.
By definition.
Yeah.
I'm
We
just
don't
saying.
feel like it's a culture to be a vulture. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, hey, my uncle from Rolling 60s, nigga, my dad from Rolling 60s, my cousins and them from Rolling 60s. This is Rolling 60. We don't know what the hell anything else is.
Okay, so
And we don't like them people over there on Vermont.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And Hoover and all
So
that.
you guys
Like,
are
you know what I mean?
vultures
We
by
just-
default.
well, I don't see the vulturist.
They scavengers.
I don't exactly. So I don't see the vulturist aspect in that. So speaking of J-Bo, your original point, since gangster rap's inception, when it was referred to as reality rap back in the 1980s, when KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions made the Criminal Minded album, right on the heels of Schoolie D and Philly dropping music, it has always been about shedding light on what's going on in the inner city communities.
In the trenches.
In
Poverty.
the trenches. So what J-Bo is
Even
doing,
when Brenda had a baby.
there you go.
So we're taking it back to Tupac. But Tupac said he wasn't a gang member. He said he was a thug. It was a
He from
different...
the streets.
Did he have a tattoo that said MOB on his arm when he got murdered? at the
Oh,
end?
we're not going to do Tupac history one-on-one right now.
Well, no, I'm saying he did and he was a gang member.
Even
at
if
the
he
time of
wasn't,
this.
he was
Yeah.
a
Okay, but
street
we're
nigga.
taking it
He's
back
a-
to EBK J-Bo. What Adam was saying was, if we're gonna like use an example, let's use EBK J-Bo. The whole world is fly exterminators.
If I'm in the wrong because I have conversations with rappers that sometimes go into who they have problems with, and that's wrong. I'm willing to accept that for the sake of conversation. The rapper who's actually rapping about killing his enemies, to me, seems like he's dramatically more in the wrong.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
it.
his
I'm-
culture. He
that-
can't
I'm
be a
essentially-
vulture in his own culture.
And I feel you,
He
but
can,
I'm
though.
essentially like the same as the news.
Yo, you
Yes,
are
just by having
because-
a conversation
Yes,
with him.
No,
yes,
no.
you are.
A culture vulture wear a Nike Tech with Adidas.
That shit is crazy.
I knew they weren't going to see my feet today. I knew they weren't going to see my feet.
I'm fucking with you.
I knew as I was putting them on, and I was like, I don't feel like going in the other room to get some other shoes, so I'm going to put these shoes on.
You didn't want the all black forces?
My other
amazing.
shoes,
Would've
I've
been the
never
best
had
fit
all black
ever.
forces in my life. But if I
I'm buying
did,
you something for Christmas.
that's okay.
Good thought.
I'll accept that. That's cool. I'll make that.
That's just on some gang shit. I ain't trying to get you a gift.
But no, it sounds like Bricc Baby is real passionate about when people label rappers or gang members as culture vultures. But when bloggers or interviewers or YouTubers do it, why are we labeled as culture vultures?
I don't think that I'm on both ends of the stick. I don't call people culture vultures unless my definition of a culture vulture is this, right? Say you own a store in a black community and you get all the money from out there, you're not black. And you come and you sell all the loose leaves and all the backwoods and all the malt liquors and all the exotic pops and all that. And you funnel all of that money out the trenches and you don't put it back. You go take it back to where y'all from and you go invest that money into your culture and what you do. That means that you came down, benefited off of our culture, did not recycle those dollars in our neighborhood, did not hire, you frown down on us when we come into the store and we spending our EBT and our money in there.
So you feel like anybody that gains capital off of the poverty
and not because listen, no, it's not poverty, because it's not always poverty. It's mid-class people that you taking money from, but you're coming to our communities and funneling out.
But the communities
and not adding on to the resources. People like Adam, he's employing the people that he's not supposed to be dealing with. He's going to go deal with them on just a friendship level. When he pops out, it's not for protection. He doesn't really, when he goes to his white parties and all that, he does. But like,
which we'll get to that because you went to one this weekend.
Yeah.
But okay, I mentioned J-Bo. One of the other primary archetypes in hip hop is the hustler, the drug dealer. I'm sorry. If you are selling cocaine, fentanyl, meth, whatever it may be, to women, never mind probably some significant portion of it is landing in the hands of children, never mind just like full-grown men. If you're selling that within your community, which is what, if you're listening to Jay-Z, I mean, that's basically what this is about. It's not like, oh, we are selling drugs to white people on the other side of town. It's like, no, we are selling drugs right here. We're also transporting it to other places, but we're selling it right here as well. That is 1,000 times more vulturish than a guy who's doing podcasts that are essentially attempting to like decode and figure out what's going on in those communities.
Valid points.
No, that is valid.
Valid.
It's he should have been more like Krayshawn on a college campus with a baggie full of Adderall.
Well, we've
God.
all seen what hard drugs do to people. Look at Bricc Baby. I mean,
Look at,
my skin, wait, hold up. My skin glow harder than anybody in the room.
imagine how good you would look if you weren't on drugs.
Nigga, you could pop perks and eat sea moss, nigga, elderberries, nigga.
As long as you got the minerals, right, Bricc Baby?
Yeah.
Oh, let me know something there.
But I think that there's like one major component that's being left out of this conversation, and that's the racial component. Because people would never have the word culture vulture in their lexicon referring to Adam.
He wasn't Caucasian.
1,000%.
There you go.
I see Ack getting it, but I feel like Ack has had to be so unbelievably messy to get to that level of being considered a culture vulture, to even have people say that to him, because there are so many black content creators who, if they were white, would get destroyed in this culture for what they do.
Yeah.
And somehow so many of them evade any kind of introspection at all. Ack does get it, but he's so big and so messy that he's had to like kind of take it to the furthest extreme possible in order to have people start saying that about him.
When I also think like after like coming on top on beefs with Freddie Gibbs and people that the culture really respects and shit, like
I'm saying, just imagine a white, like we go to the liquor store and we can film our crackheads tweaking out and all that, give them $1, feed them hot chips and watch them cry and then give them water and shit. And everybody thinks it's funny. Let Adam go give a black bum a hot chip and watch him destroy his face.
And record it.
Oh.
Sounds hilarious.
Oh, they're ready to send you to fucking jail.
Yeah.
They're ready to send you to jail over this shit. So it's just like, I get what you're saying. Like, if these people were white doing the shit that they were doing. Oh my God, throwing eggs at Brian Pumper. Oh my God. Just imagine.
Oh
if
my
those
God!
were
Now I'm
white
picturing
kids.
me doing that. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
All we did was bunny hop over the homeless. We didn't even hit them.
Yeah.
You know what though too? Like when what you were saying earlier, all these people they disappear when it comes to us being in public. You know what I mean? Like
That's how you
when
love
we're
it.
in person, they love
That's
us.
how you working?
They all show love to Adam. They all show love to. I just hosted this Rafi the Plug show yesterday.
For sure, I feel the negative energy in real life. Sometimes
Do you?
it's just almost always people. Like I will notice when somebody will blatantly walk by me on Melrose and go to cough syrup and like really go out of their way to not look at me, and I can tell like they don't fuck with me, and I'm totally okay with that. But then that's also not the person who's like popping off on me.
No,
like
yeah.
99% of the time they're just gonna keep it moving. You know.
Well, you did have somebody come to the cough syrup store the other day. You weren't there.
We don't. Yeah, we could save that topic for a little
Yeah.
later, probably. But fuck Fousey and everyone who loves him. But okay, I wanted to ask you, like, how do you feel the reaction has been to that interview? It was like I think it has 70, 80,000 views already. It seems pretty significant. How are you feeling about it?
Honestly, I was surprised it even did that many views. But I was reading the comments and it was a lot of backlash.
You don't know Jumper, baby.
Right, but it's
Yeah.
me too. So, you know, I feel like a lot of people that were just waiting to say something was saying something in the comments and that overrided like the positive comments. But it's like, you know, like this is the lane that I'm, you know, it's what comes with it.
Okay, so school me because I'm like a nerd when it comes to this internet shit. Like I don't know.
So you don't pay
what's
attention to
going
your
on.
comments?
I don't
Be
know.
honest.
Hell no.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Who?
Bricc, baby,
No, no,
You don't
please.
check your comments?
You think he
Everybody
does?
checks their comments.
You think
No.
he would
I
lose
believe
his-
you even
I
look
look-
at the Reddit like once a week.
I look at the Reddit every day.
Every
Oh.
day, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Now you
Well-
just powered them the fuck up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Goodness.
that's where I get all my info from. But like the comments, I can see them, but it's like that bullshit they be saying. Like I'm really that, like in real life. So it be like them comments. Like I don't even pay attention to them because every nigga doing that I'm not even finna ride my own coattail.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm really that in real life.
Well, there's certain things
I
people
ain't
say
tripping.
about you so much that you just kind of.
Yeah,
You can't help but to
Just
notice
zone
it.
out on 'em.
You already know I'm thinking smack a nigga first. I ain't even thinking fight a nigga. Like, so it's like a nigga gotta talk me into a fade. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me raise my kids. We was in the studio and I got recorded on accident talking about if some other niggas came in there. Adam
I don't think you even got
recorded.
recorded. I think I just aired you out.
Oh yeah, I thought I didn't even know, but it was some niggas outside. I forgot the mic was on. The first thing I'm talking about, that's just how I think. I'm coming from getting shot in the neck, and I'm really that gang. And I
So
ain't
maybe
never
you're
told.
so like accustomed to it that you're just blocking out the comments.
But I ain't never told. I ain't never did no bitch ass shit. So it's just like, yeah, whatever. And whatever I say on the internet, I mean it. So you can have your
So
backlash
are you getting
or
any
whatever.
rat emojis on your
A
pictures?
lot of.
What?
Really?
His
Yeah.
entire inbox,
Oh,
he showed it to me a
gosh.
couple weeks ago, was all rat and cheese
rat and
emojis.
cheese.
Yeah,
Oof.
literally. But the thing is, once you get to, if he were to pay attention to comments, he'd lose his fucking mind. There's no way once you get that much
Yeah.
attention and you're getting that much interaction,
You have to block it out.
You have to.
Oh
Yeah.
my
And
god.
to be honest
Valid.
with you,
for your mental
I've been
sanity.
Jaleec, the fact that you still even paying attention to is crazy to me. Like I get it to a degree. Plus, you're a girl, and girls are always more in the comments. Like it's a motherfucking
that's
fact.
y'all world.
Yeah.
But she knows her area of expertise and she doesn't want to go outside it because when I was asking her about basically like, do you cover Southern California gangbanging shit? And she's like, no, I don't. Like as if it would be the craziest thing imaginable to document what's going on down here. But meanwhile, talking about every single nook and cranny of what's going on in Northern California, you're totally down for.
Wait, Adam, hold the phone. Hold
Let's
the
do it.
mic.
Hold the
mic.
phone.
Hold the
Hold the
phone.
mic.
Hold the phone.
Hold the mic. Actually, it's been a lot of LA rappers that have been asking me to cover LA. So I've been thinking of
Like who?
Are we name dropping?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Don't
Big
get shy now, Jaleec.
Big Sad, Treyway. Those are two.
Shout out to both of them.
Shout out to them. So Treyway from Behind the Walls is hitting you up.
Yeah, he calls me often.
He's very active on the
calling
internet.
you all the time.
Yeah.
Treyway, you gotta stop that.
Oh my goodness.
Does he ask for pictures?
Hey, man, this a new sheriff in town.
He
man.
has a girlfriend.
I had to serve him the news.
Me too.
Let him know she finna be walking in some brand new shoes.
Oh my goodness!
They're not gonna be orange. They're gonna be blue.
Wait, did you feel violated, sexually harassed? I will be HR right now if you want. Yeah,
I'm trolling.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I adore everyone at
File
this
a
table
complaint
right now.
with HR.
It just gave good vibes just off the rip when I came in. But yeah, no, LA rappers are definitely asking me to cover LA for sure.
So you thinking about getting into that?
I am. I'm actually working on like a documentary right now.
A documentary about
My
what
first
exactly?
one.
Wait, about LA?
About a LA gang member / rapper.
Bricc Baby?
No.
I should maybe dive into Bricc Baby, but no.
Everybody's diving in.
So you have
Ain't no pause. He's a
a
great
content creator / gang member that you believe hasn't been fully documented yet?
No, he's been fully documented, but he wants me to document him.
Oh, okay.
That's probably Big Sad.
And let me ask you.
Begging for attention.
No,
sounds like
Big
Big-
Sad is not. Don't do that.
He's begging.
No,
He needs,
I love
he
Big
needs,
Sad.
I know.
He's a
I
good
know.
guy.
What do you mean? You
Drugs.
don't do that.
He's a good
You
one.
notice the Big Sad like promo posts that have been dropping hot and ready lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one, like I seen a lot of posts of him talking to paparazzi on Melrose or something, talking about like if he's helping to bring the Bloods and Crips together. Then I seen another classic, which was showing how much he was making off of his music, showing that he's making $30K a month.
That was the
He
highest
just showed
month, too.
$200,000 being.
No, he's a good.
$200,000 in a month?
No, somebody.
No,
he was-
Screenshot say $30K a month.
Hold
which
on,
seems
No,
more
he
than-
just posted.
Hold on, let me tell
In a
you.
year.
$200,000 being deposited into his account like 3
As
days
soon
ago.
as you, as that's
Can I
probably in
tell you
advance
why?
from Empire.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I
There
don't
you
want to
go.
say it,
as
but there you
soon
go.
as there
Which
are,
is still impressive.
as
Distribution
soon
deal.
as there's positive things about you coming out in the media, for sure, it's marketing campaign.
You have
Yeah.
a publicist.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
well,
what
you
they
know,
do.
That's what comes with PR.
I mean, but Big Sad is a great artist. When you go outside of the mistakes that he made in his life, he is a great artist. He is consistent. He is one of the top runners in the West Coast. I feel like he comes from the streets, and we all know the codes of the streets. You violated them codes. But if I'm looking at it right, he did withdraw himself
Okay, let me ask a
from
question.
the streets also.
But as long as we're talking about Big Sad, somebody told me recently that Big Sad's going in a Larry June direction.
That was
yeah, pimping and just
you
player
know,
shit.
that was
I mean, but he's
more
been
laid
doing
back
that.
player vibes
It's
on the
hard,
beats,
too.
aka staying away from the straight up
Withdrawal
murder,
is
kill
yeah.
shit, which realistically does have kind of a short
No,
shelf
it-
life in general.
which is
What, murder,
clearly his direction,
Oftentimes.
considering ever since his gangster was put into question. Because if you look at his older music, all that, he's dissing the ops very, very specifically. You know what I mean? He's gang banging hard in his music, pushing.
Telling people to go see the dentist.
Well, he just did that recently.
Hey,
No,
wait,
no, no, no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no.
wait, hold on.
He flipped his script
What's it
recently.
about, Bricc Baby?
Look, 323-251-9822. You
What's
guys
that?
got that's my dentist number.
That's
He
the
gonna
phone
tell you I
number?
have no feelings, man. You understand me?
Okay, let me
Then
know,
when he pick
son.
up, he
Yeah,
gonna be
yes,
like,
sir.
hey, he got no feelings, man. You understand me? He'll
Hey,
give
a
a
Big
fuck
Sad,
what
he
Big
only
Sad
goes to
talk
the
about.
dentist to get nitrous.
Yeah. I got my teeth pulled the other day. Listen, my imperfections make me. So I really don't care. Like I got a gap, I got all that, and I got way more bitches than you, Big Sad. You're from West LA. You
Chill
can't
the
dress.
fuck out on that
Hold
West
on,
LA
nigga.
shit, bro.
Hold on,
He probably
you
got some
can't
hoes.
Chill
dress.
the fuck out
How
on
do you
that
know?
West
You
LA
don't got
shit,
more
bro.
bitches than the Bricc.
First of
You
all,
see what type of bitches be attracted to the Bricc. For me to be an ugly nigga, them bitches be other niggas.
But I never even been to like a party with Big Sad to see what type of chicks wander over.
if
to
we
him.
talking about
I'm
section,
saying
hold
that.
I
on.
put you
If
in the
we-
situations to win.
If we
Yeah.
talking about sections of the city,
You
West
better go
LA
get
got
him
the
a-
most bitches, and it's not even close.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Big Sad's a bitch.
Oh my God. Okay, let me just ask you. Okay, Bricc Baby.
What?
Bricc Baby, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Shout out Big Sad. That's my boy right there.
That's my
Listen,
nigga. I'm just
listen.
talking shit.
Let me
I'm
ask you
with
a
the
question.
play. Sorry.
Hey, no, Sad, rap back, cuz nigga, we already talked. I be talking shit.
I
You
gotta
should have
get-
did that shit, so I get to clown you. If I get to fuck with you still, then I get to clown you.
I
About
So
agree.
being
did
a
you
rat.
know for a fact he was talking about you when he said?
Bricc
Yeah.
Baby, go brush your teeth. Yeah, I think he knew that was for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear that part. I know he said like people were 40 years old and didn't see a dentist. So I was like,
Nah,
Conflict.
That might have
Conflicted.
been for T-Rail or something.
no, I think it's
Yeah.
for T Money, right?
Oh wow.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I think
heard
it's for
that
like a lot
part.
of his like primary local ops.
And then
I
he
would
think
think.
that he got the best veneers. Them bitches is bunk too. Like, come on,
Listen,
guys. Like,
okay.
let's not do this.
Okay,
Like,
I mean, I'm
wait.
sure 40 and broke applies to a whole bunch of people that you don't get along with. If I had a song called that, I could think of all kinds of people to take
Yeah.
aim at.
I
Yeah.
can name a couple people I believe he's referring to when he said that. I don't think that was about
Yeah, I
you.
ain't made it to 40
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. That wasn't about. But
Yeah.
Bricc baby, brush your teeth. There's no ambiguity there. He was clearly.
Oh well, if he, he put a name on it, it's different. So hey,
But the
Yeah.
thing about Sad, like what Adam said, is absolutely right. Ever since then, he has been going. The joint him and Adam had was called Partners Out the Bay, and he's talking about chilling. Like, I'm going up to the Bay, getting money. We're shooting packs.
But Big
it's
S-
over a Cardo beat, and it sounds like Larry June would be
But
very
Big
comfortable
Sad
on
said
that.
he
Past
was-
tense was
wait,
over. It could have been.
wait.
Was over a Cardo
I
beat,
have to say something. Big Sad said he was heavily influenced by the Bay Area.
as is everyone
He's
in
from
LA.
Better be out here.
The
He's
whole-
not from the Bay.
No.
He's from the
If
Bay.
He
I'm
lived
from
in
Atlanta,
Sacramento
he's
for
from
a
the Bay.
little bit of the
Look,
little bit of his
all of
time.
LA is influenced by the Bay. As far as like the Bay
the
is
music culture.
is a cultural mecca. You
Right.
know what I mean? The Bay. You're talking to the wrong person. Yeah, I said what I said. We could really get into this too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, because the Bay Area is 100% influential on the aesthetic, the sound, everything except for the gang culture in LA.
Adam's
what
calling
point?
somebody.
I've got a great
We can do
man who
this.
wants to comment on this.
We can do this.
Not on this,
at
but
what
on a
point?
topic we already passed. But Flacco,
Fuck you, Flacco.
Flacco wanted to weigh in on the culture vulture conversation, so I'm gonna give you a minute here to state your piece since you are out of town.
Hey, listen, man. First off, man, my Nubian queen Jaleec. Listen, man.
Chill out, bro.
First off, how are you doing, Jaleec, man? Listen, listen now, bro. I ain't never seen no jumper look this good, bro. These ugly pieces of shit, man, finally got some, finally, you feel me, they got some fire shit, right? But also, kudos, Bricc baby, bro. You know she right, my nigga, bro. You know, bro. Man, these niggas in hip hop are the most venomous Sambo Negroes we know.
Man.
Listen, bro.
You can't
Not
call them
only
culture
white
vultures, though.
Yeah,
No,
that
wait. No. Look, though. Not only white folks can exploit culture, meaning this, bro. If your music and your content is you speaking about what's going on in the culture, but the most likely outcome of you speaking about these things is niggas going to jail and dying, meaning this, bro. If
what?
rap nigga A from the trenches of LA is rapping about the ops and murdering and killing, and their music is influencing a generation of new niggas to go to jail or die, then that nigga is a vulture. So I'm saying, as long as
Thank
a
you.
nigga is using what's going on in the trenches to uplift his people and give back, he's not a vulture. But if the consequences of you exploiting your culture is niggas dying and going
Thank
to jail,
you. Live from
You're a
North
vulture.
Dakota.
I think he's in Texas,
Nobody-
right?
Know what I'm saying?
No,
is
yeah.
You're from North Dakota, man. You don't understand.
But
I
maybe
get it.
he can see things that you can't see
Yeah,
because
maybe.
he's an
But he
outsider.
has
Is that a part
valid
of the
point.
culture?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
is
yeah.
that a part of this culture that you're saying we're vultures of?
If I was going to
This is
hire
this-
somebody to do like a study
It
on
big-
gangbanging
it
in LA,
big-
I'm
so-
definitely not
so-
signing somebody from the
so
section.
we-
They're not going to be able to see the forest from the trees.
So
I don't know
we've
about
been
that.
banging
Valid.
on walls
Valid.
before the internet, all that. Niggas been crossing shit out. We've been pumping the same program. That's the program. Now that it's in rap and all that shit you talk about is vultures, don't listen to it. Cause the nigga we listen to him, he like, hey, he on that shit again. You know what I'm saying? We
I
finna
listen
go
to it because I
spin
want
on
to know
some
what
shit.
not to do.
Exactly.
That's why you
Hey.
listen to.
We listen to it because we ready to go slide.
One last, right?
Sure.
Bricc, wrestle Bricc, right? Look, bro, I've seen Bricc baby give opportunities to his homies. I've seen Bricc baby keep niggas around where, yo, this a homie. I'm doing this because I'm trying to uplift them. So, Bricc, you not like these niggas who are exploiting the culture. So I don't feel like you should be defensive or like protective
Yeah.
of the niggas doing
That's
bad because you not doing bad.
To
Nah,
a
but he
certain
is a
de-
demon.
That's what I'm about to say.
This
To
is
a certain
cap.
degree, bro. It's like, it's just, I don't know. If you go by definition and all that shit, then you win. But like, what we see is this is our regular day-to-day lifestyle, and we're documenting it through rap. And it's not vulturous or nothing. We just
It's
like
so
giving you
But no,
a
hold on,
rundown
hold
of what
on,
the
like,
fuck happened.
No.
Now journalists aren't culture vultures either because we're putting the information out for motherfuckers to report on. So it's like you would know
Nah,
nothing
no,
of what's going on if we didn't say it.
Now,
So,
I do agree with Flacco that is destructive as a motherfucker. There's no way around it. But I just take aversion to the word vulture.
culture vulture.
In this context, it doesn't make sense. But I
like
do agree
culture
that it's negative.
exploiter, cultural ruiner.
Well,
like, we ruin that shit.
because what you're basically implying is everybody that doesn't rap like fucking De La Soul or J. Cole is a vulture, according to your logic.
No, that's not what he's saying.
That's 100% what he's saying.
No, that's not what he's saying.
He's saying
bro, you have
I
rappers.
appreciate you, Flacco. I'm gonna hit you.
You have rappers that let me see. Let me throw one in the air. No cap.
Yeah.
He's not a culture vulture. He can rap about coming from where he came from, and then he can rap about just like the pain, like the pain he's endured and what he's seen and
he
Ghetto
be dissing
Angels.
he be dissing the
He
option you
disses,
just
but
don't
he
hear.
doesn't. But his music isn't gonna make you want to go unalive somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Is
let's
it?
be
Some songs,
realistic.
probably, right? He's probably got some
No.
killer energy in there.
think
in
right?
Menace
so.
to
No?
Society, they were sliding to Al Green.
Hold on.
You feel me? Like,
When I hear Ghetto Angel and I'm protected by the name, all that, and I get to think about my homies in the graveyard, don't nobody know how he feels.
It makes you wanna
safe
cry.
to say I'ma die for all
It
my
makes you wanna
dead homies.
slide.
No, that make you want to slide.
Jaleec,
Makes you want to
Oh
cry.
my goodness.
It makes
Okay.
you want to go
It-
tear
alright.
something up.
is
Like,
Adam a
look,
culture vulture in your opinion?
Honestly,
We do the
once-
same thing for the record.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Adam. Like before I got to know you and I've had like an interaction with you, I didn't know what to think of you.
Hmm.
I never watched any of your interviews besides the people that you've interviewed that I knew.
But now I have a Nike tech.
I still don't think you're
I've grown a
culture-
lot.
No,
have,
but I'll be honest
Despite
with you.
the Adidas.
Talking to Adam, sitting down with Adam, having an interview with Adam, like he doesn't give off culture vulture. Like I literally talked to West Coast Gang Wars about this, and he made a valid point. He said Adam is not a culture vulture. He does what all bloggers, journalists do. They need us to cover anything surrounding them because you keep their momentum. Your platform is one of the most solidified platforms on the West Coast. So it's like everybody's goal is to make it to No Jumper, and then once they make it to No Jumper, now Adam's a culture vulture.
Facts.
yeah, after TRL.
Facts. Talk that shit,
Why?
Jaleec.
You guys rap about it. So when Adam brings you on, what are you being brought on for? Let's talk about the controversy.
I've
So
done a
he-
lot of interviews where I like tried to get them to go into a little bit of their like
But they
beef and
won't.
stuff, and they won't do it. And I'm just like, okay, I guess we're gonna talk about some other shit.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like people who they want to like freely beef with people on Instagram Live and do all this crazy shit, put their ops in the song over and over and over, and then they come in to do an interview, and for some reason they want to act like they're an angel. And it's just a sort of bizarre, like little sleight of hand that rappers pull where they think that like the Instagram Live isn't real. But somehow if you sit down on No Jumper, that somehow is like a bridge too far. We can't talk about any of the shit that we actually do when you're on this platform. Or in the
Exactly.
music, okay, in the music, I can talk about how I just slid on 10 people this week. But then when it comes time to do the interview, I'm not going to put out the energy, which I respect. Because it's like a lot of times when they come to do an interview, they're kind of in like a clear-headed state of mind. And a lot of times when they're making songs, it's 4 a.m, they off 8 perks, and they just are connected with a different version of themselves. Hey, okay, and let's talk about perks.
Can we?
I'm done. I don't think I'm ever doing it again.
That's 'cause
You tried
pop
it?
too much.
I've tried it many a time, but I'm gonna be. This is so federal. But
you couldn't
is
bust
so
a nut.
federal.
okay, yeah, I forgot about that part. But yeah, that was one part of it. But
It's only federal if they know where they came from. So you just tried to perk.
okay, yeah.
right.
Somehow a half a 30 ended up in my possession on last week's episode.
More
We-
than a half
hold
of
on.
30.
And then I
Because
later
the first one came up missing.
Okay, and so then
We in a perky scavenger
I have
hunt.
to tell the people. So I've got it kind of like hidden behind the ashtray the whole time that we're doing the episode because I'm not going to put it in my pants because it's already been bit in half. So I don't want to get it fucked up or whatever. And I had some stuff to do after that. And I'm thinking like, all right, we're going on a perk journey tonight. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I get up after the episode, go like to my office, like grab my stuff. And then I realize like, oh, fuck. I come back to get it. It's gone.
Let's go.
Wow.
Obviously, everybody's minds kind of go into overdrive because we're all looking at each other like, well, you weren't here, but we're all kind of looking at each other like it could be anybody.
Who did you think took it? Be honest. Speak from your soul.
Honestly,
Be honest.
one of you gave it to me, and the other one is, well, now both of you are drug addicts. So it could either way, it could have gone
So
either
you
way.
thought it was one of us. Be honest. Just say it.
And that, but, like,
Come on, Adam.
but I know Donnie don't do that shit anymore. But I was watching Donnie look for it, and I was just thinking like, oh, this is. I'm like, this is gonna be so funny if it ends up being that. But I'm never gonna know if he really, But I know he don't fuck with those anymore. So I'm thinking like, wow, this would be like. I took him off of the chopping block.
Everybody thought it was Lush.
You guys did, huh? Thank you.
Michael
Everybody
ended
did.
up finding
Everybody
it
did.
in the fucking the
No, you
frame
know
of my
everybody
door.
did. That's why you were trying to find it.
Somehow my
so somebody
door.
put it there?
There was like in the frame of my door. I guess it was.
Somebody
there.
framed you.
Somebody framed you.
They're
I'm not
framed.
gonna play with you today. I'm not.
I heard that it ended up in your possession.
That is.
But you felt
complete
guilty,
cap.
so you
That's
put it
what
in the
Michael
door?
told me.
Yeah, it ended up in your possession.
So you,
That's what Michael told you.
wait, so
Oh,
wait.
hell no.
It ended up in my possession.
That's what Michael told
Oh,
me.
is that when he found it?
Yeah.
I got it. Me.
Oh, you
me-
got it back
me-
from him.
Me and Sess.
Hold on, you don't even
You
gotta
guys
say
did
all that.
7.5 each?
First of all, I'm sorry, Jaleec. First of all, I sent,
Sweetie. I just saw it in the chat.
in the group chat, I sent a picture of it discovered.
But it was such a blurry photo that I was kind of like not even sure if that was like a real photo from Earth.
Yeah,
the fact that
he
it
was
was
blurry that night.
look, I'm not gonna lie.
That-
I was terrified that you thought it was me,
Uh-huh.
and I was really, really concerned.
But I already in my head, I was like, well, it doesn't matter who it is. If I don't find out, I can't cast judgment on anybody because otherwise, what? I'm going to be mad at everybody.
Yeah,
No,
And also, like,
yes,
I kind of feel like if you leave it sitting on a fucking table in a room and you walk out of the room, it's kind of like, okay.
And you know it wasn't. It couldn't be me if I broke another piece.
He has a bag full of. It's
But
the
that
biggest
is
junkie.
talking about. The fuck are
It's
you
the
talking
biggest.
about?
He has a legal prescription. It's the biggest junkie. It's the biggest junkie in the
that
room.
was federal.
It's the
Remember,
biggest
that's
junkie.
too federal.
I snitched. All right, it's
You
the
did.
biggest junkie in the room. It's me.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's me, and that's why I was really nervous. I was like, "Fuck!" Like the one time I
Because if
didn't
it was
steal
his
drugs.
van, he would have stolen.
Oh, it would have been taken hours ago. Like,
Because,
yeah.
all right, so after that, I ended up going to this porn comedy show. Shout out my boy Ryan from Pillow Talk.
Shout out to Ryan, my dog.
I go to that with Lena and a couple other girls, and obviously this is like a very chill environment. Although at some point they called on me. I didn't put my name in the hat, but like the whole idea of this comedy show thing is that they call people from the crowd and you go up and you tell your craziest sex story. I already told one that was basically like, I took a girl home on a one night stand and then I woke up and there was a pool of diarrhea in the bed, right? They call me on stage again and I'm fucked up. Okay. But like, I don't think people could tell, hopefully. But I get up on stage and I'm like, Ryan, I don't have a fucking story. Like, I don't know what you want me to say, but I have no idea. And he reminded me of another story, which was also basically like a poop sex story. So I did tell that.
So you booga.
And then I ordered a burger. I just want to throw that out there too. And then I went home.
a carger, cuz
Me and my wife were having a great cuddle. We were having a nice cuddle. I was not able to ejaculate, which she probably was a little weirded out by because that has like basically never
you guys
happened.
Had a nice cuddle. Are you trying to use?
It started out as a nice cuddle and then eventually turned into sex and then
Boner
eventually
came
turned into
immediately.
me not.
At what point did you get perk horny?
One
He
thing
was
about
already
me,
corny.
I can't cuddle for more than like a minute without getting a raging boner.
Oh wow.
That's pretty much just where I'm at. Like I'm just
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Honestly, like with my girl, I can like be holding her hand and I might get a boner. Like it's just like it's way too
Aw.
active. I don't know. Isn't that sweet? I know.
That's so cute.
But either way,
No, it's not cute. It's not cute because with any girl.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, don't say that.
No, it's not.
I don't care about the fact that I wasn't able to finish. That doesn't really like bother me at all. Also, she's probably going to find out about
No, you
the
just have
fact that I was even
stamina.
on something during this, which might be awkward if she calls me out. But I don't even care about that. The next day, I really did not feel great. And that really just made me feel like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm over it.
It's over.
I've seen what the 30s had to offer, and it's not.
Yeah.
But then he did tell me over the weekend that it was probably more like a 20.
It was like a 20.
It's like a 22.
Yeah, because like I when I seen what I had left after I broke that motherfucker, I'm like, oh, he got the whole joint. Shit, because you was rushing out. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
The funniest thing of that whole exchange for me was the fact that my girl was like, and you're a fucking dopey, and I seen you looking for that fucking perk. You like,
Wait, she saw, because she was here?
No,
or?
she was watching. It was,
we were looking for it on camera?
I mean,
I figured the camera would have been off by then.
well,
Holy
during
shit.
the music stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
the music stream. Okay.
Yeah. There's a.
You know when there's
when
one
you-
on the loose, your eyes are just.
When you brought up scavenger hunt, I didn't realize till later that you didn't realize that we spent like 20 minutes of the music stream.
I mean, there's so few places to look because like people can't really see, but like it's basically just ground.
Or
We're lifting up. We moved
This strip on the ground. That's basically all you can do is kind of.
Or what if Mike
under the rug.
it and seen how big of a deal it was when dropped it by your
The
door.
fact that his bitch ass said that Lush, it was never in Lush's possession, not once.
I'm pretty sure he said that.
We're gonna say he did, regardless. But yeah, that was the fact that my girl thought that it was me. Of all the drugs that I take and all my substance abuse issues, the one time I'm not fiending.
You're like, I'm not guilty this time.
the one time I'm not.
Like, listen, I'm an addict, but I'm not guilty.
exactly.
Quote from Michael.
Exactly.
I think Lush had it last on Tuesday.
Hold on. Get your ass over here. Get your ass over here, Mikey. Perk Gate 2024. This is some bullshit. Wait.
They got video proof, and then you brought it in here.
Yeah, exactly.
And your palms were sweaty.
Exactly,
Like
Mikey.
your underarm. Are you lying? Because your underarms are sweaty.
This guy,
He's always like
I was
that.
right next to your ass.
wow.
I was right next to your ass. Hold on. Mikey, speak on the mic. Let him know.
So I found the perk outside Adam's door, like on the floor.
I can't believe we're being this open about this. This is crazy.
No.
We need
Your
to.
Gate
And on
2024.
the show,
already here.
on the music stream, I came in because I was joking about it, and I came in and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I had it held up, and you and Almighty were like screaming at it.
Yeah.
And then I put it right here.
At that point, we're talking about the whereabouts after it was discovered.
Oh, I left
Yes.
it right there.
And guess what?
I'll get on the security camera.
I ain't taking none of it.
consumed that motherfucker.
Okay, there it is.
So what were you and Almighty screaming about?
Me and Almighty were
They
both.
wanted it.
No,
Or
Come
who
here,
had
Perk.
it?
no.
Give it to me.
Me and Almighty were both excited that it was discovered because we realized that we're probably high on the list of probable
You guys
suspects.
are on the radar.
Yeah, we're high on the list of probable suspects. So we were
It's
very
a fucking
excited.
half a
We
perk.
kept-
Who's
and
about
plus,
to-
Bricc Baby's way too famous to get in trouble right now. So it's gonna be me. Like,
Wait, so you're saying that he's scold proof?
I feel like he's a bit scold proof
No,
right
dude.
now.
Wow,
Yeah,
you just
that.
let loose like a megaton bomb and tried to
Yeah.
act like it was no big deal.
Okay, no, I mean, like, look,
come
I-
on,
So
bro.
he's the favorite child, and you feel like you're.
I love us. All
So
right?
if
I love
anything bad
us.
I love
happens,
us.
he's gonna get to skate, and you're gonna be judged harshly.
Well, no, I mean, this is okay, Adam. If we're gonna do this,
If we're gonna be
I
honest,
got
If we're
scolded
gonna-
in the chat today and didn't cry about it. Yeah, Bricc, let's start on time.
yeah, Bricc,
Ah,
you're
that's
always
not
fucking
scolding, that's
late.
just a suggestion.
Listen. I got here at 3:30 because I understood the message.
Right.
Did
That's
I
true.
not?
Okay, you were on
You
time.
did. You got your.
Yeah.
We were all on time today.
Yeah. Thank
We're all
God.
on time.
I was
With-
on
with-
time. I
with-
caught a. Never mind.
Yeah,
Should we not talk about the fact that she almost got the? We
It's
feel
a
as if
lucky
somebody might have.
Yeah, it was
been lying in wait
it
for
was
her?
Somebody outside.
I
somebody
can think
was
of
waiting.
somebody.
Somebody was waiting for me.
Do you have any idea who it could have been?
It's only three.
3 infrastructures.
But what was the race?
Man, it was a nigga. I feel like it. I ain't gonna lie, it was a dark skin.
Oh,
with a
yeah.
skeezy.
He ran him off.
Yeah, Bricc
Yeah.
Baby did that.
What's
You weren't even here yet. He wasn't even
I
thinking it was
wasn't
about
even
you.
here
Yeah.
yet, and I just want to say thank you.
what?
You're welcome.
First of
Because
all-
let me tell you, I was super paranoid. I'm like, this is being promoted right now. There's
Yeah.
people in LA right now.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting people doxxed with
Who, me?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
you show up for an interview and then people wind up trying to go to people's cribs that interview.
Hey, okay, listen.
Let's not go super in detail, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Please, yeah, let's listen. That was
Well, there's something all on Instagram.
okay.
Especially just because said person wasn't really like disrespected by us at all. Her
no,
maybe a little bit.
but
At
you
all.
guys weren't disrespectful at all. That's why I was confused.
Because I actually fucked with him. Like I thought he was all right. I wasn't like hating on him at all.
No, you didn't say anything bad. You or Almighty.
Yeah,
So I was
talking about
confused.
that.
That's why I was a little
Yeah,
confused
no,
about that move.
I know, and I'm so sorry I got you guys in that.
Are you guys?
What's that? Swag
You
surfing?
know what he's no.
Are we
I know
coding right now?
Yeah.
It's a dance move popularized by a rapper. How do I not sound crazy?
Nah, is it? No, you know what move that is. That's what you're talking about?
No,
Yes or no?
that's not who they're talking about.
No. Wait, Bricc Baby doesn't know?
Probably not.
Damn, you've been so caught up with
He
the
was
Little
here on
Dirk and
Thursday.
Quando
We-
Rondo? Seriously?
Really? Nah.
You're still on the West Coast.
So much shit be happening. I just be ready because I don't be knowing what's going on.
That's
I
okay. You
just
do
be
have a
ready.
lot going on. We
Yeah.
had a lot going on, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, she's very controversial, and
Yeah.
people that
I didn't even say anything that was so detrimental to where they had to do all of that.
Oh, little cuz from up there.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's
Yes.
my dog too. They be hitting me. On the hood, I don't know y'all shit. Like we cool. I'm cool
We didn't
with you,
talk
though.
about
I
it
don't
in the
get
No
in
Jumper
people's
group
beef.
chat.
I don't
No,
do
we
There's
that.
did
no
not.
beef.
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
We didn't talk about it in the group chat, so it's very plausible to me that you would not know.
Yeah, for sure. But now I know who it is because I did.
For
Kinda
sure, I would
see
say
some
this
shit.
is not a good place for people to pull up trying to do
Nah.
a tricky dance move.
That
It ain't
wasn't-
happening.
that
No.
wasn't him.
You're gonna have to know how to dance.
You're gonna have to know how to dance?
Neither is South Central. Neither is South Central.
There's a lot of people here who you wouldn't really expect or prepared to deal with situations. Yeah.
Yeah. Training actually.
Facts. And again, same thing in South Central. Probably not the best place to just go to, especially if you're not from here. And-
So I have a question, Adam. When that situation happened, how did you feel? Did you feel like you were kind of thrown in the crossfire?
I was annoyed, but it was always everybody would be doing some dumb shit regarding me like every day, so I didn't really care that much.
Do you feel like your feelings were hurt?
No, it would take so much more to hurt my feelings. I have leathery, thick rhinoceros skin.
yeah, to assume that this guy like has quote unquote feelings like
He probably
that.
doesn't. He numbs them out.
I do. They just don't come out the way that some people might think. Like the other day, oh my God, I watched like an interview clip with a person that we know the other day, and basically like she was talking about how she wanted to unalive herself because her house got robbed.
Wow.
And I was just thinking like, holy shit. I'm glad that I've been through what I've been through in life, because if my house got robbed and we were cool, we were safe, what the fuck do I care? I don't even like, that's not even,
Yeah, as long
Like,
as we straight.
it would
we
feel
good.
invasive. Like it would be a bad feeling.
Yeah,
But this girl's
like,
really talking about deleting herself. I'm like, I'm so glad I've been through a lot of shit in life so I could know that doesn't even scratch the surface.
But
No.
losing your last though is like
Yeah.
it's a feeling that like, and I know because I just did it like recently as a grown man.
But this
And
is a
I
regular
even-
ass white girl.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even got cash like
That's
that
what
for sure.
I'm saying. But like, so just imagine that little shit of value. Oh, what you mean? Like it ain't no cash in the house. everything will
There's
be in the
no
bank.
way she had 10 grand in cash. So it's like, really, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
It's more just the
Bro.
traumatic experience.
Yeah,
of,
yeah, and
like,
I get that.
Yeah.
But it's not going to drive me to the brink.
You? No.
Hell no. What the fuck? I ain't
Yeah.
survived all this other bullshit to go off myself because somebody ran in the crib.
Yeah, I lost it all right before I got hired. I remember I called you, Vin, one day. I was out the way. I'm like, bro, like I ain't even asking you for nothing. I just need to talk to you, cause so and I ain't even. It was one of them,
Oh.
like nigga. Oh wait, they
Yeah.
hit a nigga in the ribs, then double backed and hit a nigga in the jaw. Boom.
Somebody said Adam looks different today. Yeah, because I'm wearing a Nike tag. Shut the fuck up. I went to the Beverly Center. I saw Foot Locker. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go in here and get myself some little jumpsuits.
What was they jocking hard? Like how many people was trying to take pics at the Beverly Center?
I don't think any.
You were low.
I mean, everybody definitely like knew who I was in the Foot Locker, but like, and they were like guiding me to the front of the line and shit, but nobody took pictures with me. Actually, I had this one lady ask me to take a picture of her. It's just me and my kid. My girl wandered over to fucking go to the bathroom or some shit. And this one lady is like, can you take a picture of me in front of these things? She hands me the phone and I start tapping the phone like before she's fully posed.
Right.
But I'm just taking pictures early, right? Whatever, right? This bitch starts freaking out. Like, no, don't take photos before I'm ready. As soon as she says that, I just hand her the phone back. I go, all right.
I'm out.
I'm over it.
And so then my girl has to walk back through the same area to come to the Foot Locker. And this lady informs my wife that I was very rude taking the photo.
Really?
And I told her, I'm like, you realize she's a J-Cat, right? Which I don't think I've ever used the word J-Cat to
You
my
said
wife
that
before.
like literally, yeah.
Loudly in the Foot Locker. I'm just like, she's a tweaker. Don't worry about that.
But Lena's like super girl power. So did she have her back for a second?
Man, this bitch was like 57 years old. She's postmenopausal. She don't know what the fuck.
Off of Zads and Perks, just fucking walking through the mall.
Overrated style J-Cat.
Like,
not happening.
What do you want the picture for your Facebook?
Comparator. I got something to ask Comparator, fool. I would
air the block out.
All right.
I'm kind of fucking with him and Swifty again. I refuse to make this another Sharp pop, but I'm kind of fucking with him because they had Sharp on and then pretty much immediately started roasting Sharp on the next episode
because of the views.
I think they just weren't really impressed. Well, the reason why is because I mentioned that Swifty was falling asleep on the pod. And so then Compa asks him on the next pod, and he says, yeah, I was falling asleep, but this fool is boring. Like, he just like went off about how it was not interesting. And I was like, I fuck with that. Yeah.
That's a whole other issue. But no, like the thing is that they were mad at Sharp because they thought that Sharp was, and when I say they, I mean Compa, because it has nothing to do with Swifty. Swifty's just getting paid to appear on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were mad that this fool Sharp they thought was coming back to No Jumper because they saw the ad for the big so my phone is blowing. That's
why they were hating.
Literally my phone is blowing up and Comparator is, and I'm obviously not trying to talk to this guy under any circumstance. He's blowing me up trying to get me on the phone to verify, and that's actually why I even asked the group chat. I was like, what's up with this? Even though I already knew, you know what I mean? I was like, just to verify, because I'm getting hit with so much like ferocity from Raider. I'm like, damn, does he know something I do? Because he was with Sharp yesterday. Does he know something I don't know?
Adam had a gang of clowns mad that he didn't fire me too.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Adam had everybody like discombobulated because I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it made media coverage. That was like a good like diversion.
I just want Raider
Joe
to do
Budden
one
believed
thing.
it.
Yeah.
He's like considered basically like the top podcaster, and somehow that video of me firing you made it past his sarcasm radar, which to me, I feel like a lot of people watch like Instagram reels and watch like 20 to 30 seconds and never make it to the back half of that thing. And when I saw him saying that, I'm like, you probably didn't make it like 15 seconds into that video before you were like, oh, I seen it. I got my take. Boom. Good. We done.
But how did everybody believe it? You could tell Adam was being so sarcastic.
You have to pay so little attention.
You have to have an IQ of 2
Adam
digits.
found a way of going viral in the middle of me going viral. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because
No,
this
it
is
went
going
viral.
viral too. Like,
It went viral.
You should have seen the messages. Now your gas is fired. Now, talking about.
No,
But
I'm
even
fired,
you watching
he's
it in the
fired.
group chat, you probably for a second were like, what the fuck is this? And then, because I thought of that. I'm like, you and Bricc are probably going to fall for it a little bit and be like, what is this? For like, I picture your heart rate going up for like 12 to 15 seconds before you
when
kind
I
of.
watched it, I'm like, fire for it. Then I'm looking, I'm like, man, shut the fuck up.
My-
Talk about
my
Gay therapy, electroshock, anti-gay therapy. That's not a dead giveaway.
That's so.
I don't even think that's real.
That was like so dark humor. Like,
it's
No,
They-
that's
they didn't
literally
understand.
something out of the
it was
90s.
some other local LGBTQ captains that were mad too. I refuse to say his name. He been hating on me for years, but then pays me for promo.
I don't even know.
Not double penetration, right? Not deep easy.
Nah, that's some shit like that though.
Okay. I just want to say, Raider, you made a comment about quote unquote, Adam needs to, quote unquote, very racist comment. So don't take this out of context. Pay his slaves. All right. I'm gonna say speak for myself.
This is heavy on your mind.
Absolutely, very heavy on my mind.
Okay.
I am not a motherfucking slave. All right.
So he's not your master.
Absolutely
No,
not.
I'm trolling.
No, yeah.
But you want to know what about that, though? Is that he's way closer to being a former no jumper slave than anyone else. Everybody else gets paid for their time. He showed up like 10, 20 times and never has to get paid.
You're being generous. It's more like 40.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot closer to what the technical definition of a slave would be, right?
And just like the use of that word, especially when there's black people you're talking about, that's a whole other thing. My issue is this:
nobody takes him serious. Everybody knows he doesn't know what the fuck he's saying.
I just want to know this, Raider.
Nobody's even offended because you.
Here's your challenge. I challenge you this. Here's some content for you, Raider. Pink slip challenge. I want to see a single car with your name on it. I want to see the restaurant with your name on it. I want to see the house with your name on it. You flexing super hard, my boy. I know what's cracking. You're the face. You are not the owner. You're not the executive. You're not the one making decisions. You're not the signature, my guy. So show me pink slip challenge, because I have a Range Rover with my motherfucking name on it.
Who does own it then?
I just want to see his name on a pink slip.
Exactly.
I'm not
Swifty?
Definitely not Swifty. Shouts to Swifty, but no. Swifty's getting paid per his appearances on the podcast.
You can tell when he can't access what he say he got how he want to. That's why I smoked that shit.
I'm just saying, like, where's it at? Like, I believe that you could come with 500 bands. Yeah. I believe you could.
He'd have to borrow it from his.
Where is your name on the signature? Where's
sponsor.
Do you own?
He might have some. No, he might got the. Well, I don't know.
So you're saying there's some 80-year-old Mexican gang member who's using Comparator as the young, hot, sexy face.
Or a 60-year-old gay black man.
What? He'd be fucking whack?
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
I made no implications about race or gangs. But what I did say is pink slip challenge. Pink slip challenge. Let me see your signature. I fucks with you, Raider. Let me see your signature. Because I've not seen a single thing that I have any verification that you own.
That makes a ton of sense. That makes a lot of sense to me, because many times I have thought, like, there's no way that this person is actually running a successful weed brand and a successful sushi restaurant. It just doesn't seem. He's been talking about putting out a music video dissing me for like a couple months.
Successfully tying his shoes is a good first step.
Seems like he has a hard time doing almost anything.
He hasn't dropped yet?
No. And when he put out a sampler of it, it was just one bar. It was like, Adam 22 a bitch. And then that's the end of the sample.
And then it cuts off.
Fire. I ghost wrote that bar.
Bars.
Man.
Pink slip challenge.
I'd rather not even give him.
You said enough.
No, what I'm saying, he's not even in this space. He's just a dude. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he thinks that podcast is something, bro. And I really sit there and I watch the clips, because Lord knows I'll never watch a whole. And I just sit there just to see, like, even though we beef, I just like, let me see if he's grown as a podcaster. Same shit. No matter what. It's the same off-topic bullshit. I bet you that he still, all the shit that he's been through at No Jumper, I bet you that he still don't even go to his podcast with the list of topics, at least to where he can stay on.
Well, look, I'll tell y'all like this. Raider hits me up all the time.
He even kind of hits me up a decent amount. People think he really hates me.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like hitting us up about, he's hit me up about a bunch of stuff in like the last week or two, which honestly doesn't really bother me, because I don't have like a beef with him. I don't have a problem with him.
No one's mad. No one is mad at Raider. He's the one talking shit. No one's tripping on bro. And guess what? I have not a single time. All this talk of like Lush needed that is the most absurd line of dialogue.
You only needed him for coke and meth.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. Coke and meth.
And guess what?
You cannot deny that.
guess what?
You used to
There's
mix
a
it?
there's a lot of the
Oh my
mixeroo.
God.
The mixeroo is a thing. Hey, guess what? There's a lot of people that'll give me all kinds of
I love the
drugs.
honesty.
Look at
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
She's a drug abuser as well.
Yeah. I think we
I was.
What were you, a perkhead?
Yeah, she fucking down a perked out high speed with the cops. That was like part of her
Syrup,
interview.
Xanax. Oh
Yeah.
God, it was everything.
You quit everything?
Yeah, I had to.
For the
Drug testing.
DUI shit, right?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
why do you keep thinking it's the DUI?
That
And
would
then
be a
why are
logical
people-
reason why
That's
you'd have to get drug tested,
pretty
right?
logical.
No, it's
Yeah.
because of the high speed chase.
Oh,
The
sorry.
perked out high speed chase.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
so you a gangster.
I know you've
Yeah.
already. I know she already
She
told
got the
us.
Perk made me
breathalyzer.
feel like Superman.
She got to hit the
Are you
breathalyzer when
the
she
girl
drives.
that beef with a girl?
Who? No.
Okay, so
With
can I-
Oh my
can I
God.
ask you some
Stunning
sad
girl.
questions?
Do you be
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's one person we
So-
didn't ask her about.
No. So this
Yeah.
is what. So and let me give you a little context.
Sure.
You used to be really close with Noni Blanco, right?
Yes.
She and Stunner Girl had a very, very well-known Sacramento beef, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So during that time, I assume you were rocking with Noni.
I was the best friend she was talking about.
You were the best friend she was talking
Because she
about.
said she, yeah.
Okay. So what happened?
It was Cat, but okay.
What happened, and what are you and Girly Face like now?
Which one?
Stunner Girl.
Just casually using her nickname, like her rap nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, I respect
Girly
it.
Face.
Girly face. I just feel like probably like 1% of the audience knows about that.
Yeah.
You and Stunner. where are you Where are you and Stunner Girl at now? And what happened with you and Noni that transpired that made it so y'all don't fuck with each other?
Honestly, Stunner Girl is like famous now, right?
Very
Super
much.
famous.
Pretty much, yeah.
So she has me blocked on every platform. So I couldn't tell you what she was up to. She definitely still harbors a lot of anger. It's a lot of static. And me and Nani Blanca are not best friends anymore.
Are you bull with Young Rich Moolah?
I never met him.
Okay.
I didn't even know he existed.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, no, he seems cool. Like,
But
he's from Oakland though.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's from
Okay.
he's not from LA.
Yeah.
We know.
Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's from Oakland.
He
So.
just functions.
I don't think that he denies that.
No,
No,
No.
he doesn't. He says that
Yeah.
he just was embraced by what the Pyro.
But he's from an LA hood, so people are always gonna try to say like you're not really from LA. But if you watch his interview and shit, it's like he's not saying he grew up here.
Yeah.
Once
yeah.
you from a hood in LA, that's where you from.
So
Like,
what happened in Oakland to where he went to LA? Somebody tried to tell me some BS happened on his name, and then
he was allegedly on paperwork.
allegedly, you're from the Bay. I don't know.
I'm from Sacramento.
Yeah,
You're
we
from up
need you
north.
to do the homework on that sort of thing.
I already have the homework.
Oh,
The assignment was completed a long time ago.
oh shit! Wow.
Okay, so what
So
happened?
yeah, he was definitely allegedly on paperwork. I see. This is my thing. I don't cover paperwork parties. That's not my thing.
Yeah,
I cover the news.
Yeah.
The
1090K.
news that you can use.
yeah.
I don't cover paperwork parties. He
Uh,
came. That was it was a guy that it was Stunner Girl's ex-boyfriend's best friend. That's how she even met him.
Yeah.
So,
You talking about Holly?
Yeah.
Holly Hustle. Yeah. So what happened
Rest in
was,
peace.
I mean, they were co-defendants. I don't know. I don't know what gang he's from. I'm not too familiarized with that whole situation, but I just know it had something to do with that. And then him backdooring Holly Hustle for Stunner Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, but he alleged told on Holly while Holly was in jail.
It was like that. I think it was that case to where, but Holly was still messing with him. So I think it was a case when he was younger. Yeah.
Okay, cause I just heard. Like I said, Moolah, that's my boy. Even though,
What?
I know that he was talking bad about me, but it's good.
Where did you do that?
A couple different people.
So you've heard from people, not podcast stuff, just communicating.
Yeah.
Really?
But if I ain't heard it out the horse's mouth, then I ain't gonna believe it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna leave.
Well,
it.
did
I
you
hope
ever
he's
see his
good.
paperwork?
I'm not from the Bay Area. I ain't really searching for his paperwork, but if it come across, I will read it.
I hope he's good because we've rescheduled the interview like 4 times at this point. He's supposed to come in and keeps getting rescheduled. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's
you
a
know?
lot. I don't like, it's not my position to speak on, but it's a lot of people. Like, it's people hitting me up to get interviewed, and they're from LA.
Talking about him. Oh.
Well, they're from Compton.
Seeing him and Stunner Girls break up really made me like, okay, I'm never gonna date a hood chick ever.
What was it that
she just starts exposing everything, and he had to fire back with the big guns and say, "Yeah, you was sucking my dick with the shit bag on your head."
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
And even I was watching Lil Tim talk about how he couldn't fuck for like a year or some shit because of the shit bag. Which
I can see it getting in the way.
I could definitely see it getting in the way.
But you know what's so ironic? Nobody knew
Lil
he
Tim
had
is
it.
that one
Nobody
that
knew
he-
that he had that.
Lil Tim?
No, Rich Moolah?
Yeah.
Nobody
I
knew.
don't
It was
know.
a
SB.
secret.
To be fair, just to give a little bit of clarity, like the shit bag's typically not probably going to be full when he's like
When you're out in public, you clear it out, then you go.
Yeah.
But you don't control when it starts oozing out.
You don't control
You
how.
can't squeeze your cheeks.
So I could be walking around with an ounce on me and I don't even know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you start smelling it when it starts oozing
You
out.
can't. It always smells. I would think it would be like
When you close
impenetrable.
to it, no.
Really?
Hell no.
I think once
you got to think it's shit on the tip.
So what do you
Pause.
do? How do you clean it?
I never had one, and I've never cleaned nobody's shit.
You know what?
Is it? Am I gonna be able to find it by?
Look it up. Look up colostomy bags.
Yeah.
No, it's a thing where you throw that bag away and then you attach a new one. You get like a medical.
So like you
supply
like
of 'em.
unscrew it, like it's like a screw
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
I should make a YouTube video about colostomy bags.
So what
You
it
should.
is it's a screw thing right there that's hanging out, and then when you take
Wait,
the
don't
bag
show the
off,
screen.
you just screw another one in.
Oh, okay. So it like turns into like diarrhea.
Essentially,
Yeah, it's all it is.
not gonna. It's not
So it's
gonna.
like a
it doesn't get
tube.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna come out solid.
What
like
if I got
usual.
a 9-inch rock hard log?
You won't.
It'll
won't.
break up.
Yeah.
No, it won't make it to where it's log stack. It comes straight out the intestine.
Correct.
It needs to be changed
all of
1 to
that
3
damage.
times a day.
Yeah.
It's
Depends
quite.
be
on
in
the type
jail
of
with-
bag and how loose it is.
You be in jail with nigga. I done fought a nigga with a shit bag. I ain't know he had a shit bag to it. We was fighting. I'm
What
like,
if I get in a fight and I
that's
grab the
nasty.
shit bag, stab a hole in
Oh,
it?
God.
on you?
That'll be a
That's
slimy
dope.
I
situation.
drench the homie.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was thinking when I was fighting the nigga with the shit bag. I'm like, oh, I don't need
Didn't
to
you
be
guys
fighting this
interview a
nigga.
guy that said he was in the YA with Stunner Girl and she like threw like a
Oh, yeah.
shit bag on somebody and she
yeah.
like fought
Yeah.
him? That's crazy.
That
Stunner
was,
girl.
So wait, I was gonna ask
The
you this.
baby
So
shooter.
is at this point is the
Yeah, yeah.
main is the friction between you and Stunner Girl based off of your affiliation with Noni?
Just show this on the
Your
screen.
previous affiliation?
Shooter says he saw Stunner Girl Glock Dookie someone in
Yeah,
jail.
I just watched
That's
that.
probably one of the proudest titles for a clip I've ever had to write.
Glock Dookie's
Glock Dookie.
amazing,
You
yeah.
love Glock Dookie.
Oh, it's the best. But just like the fact that a real gang member was telling me that he saw a
like he
fucking
witnessed it.
a known female rapper doing that, I was just like, wow, this is incredible.
See, when you hear about that, you hear about like people don't gas the ops out here. They gas the police. You call it gassing. They'll have it in a bottle and wait till the police serve
Oh.
the dinner and just all in their fucking
That was very
faces.
odd.
Just hit him with that dookie.
Hit 'em with that bobo.
I mean,
Just imagine how you would want to quit your job after you've been sprayed with shit. Like,
I'm
would you
out.
want to go back to work like after that? Like,
but
just knowing that
some-
type
but
of shit.
fighting someone after you threw shit on them, that's not a little like
Let me ask you this.
far fetched.
You're working at a
Like,
restaurant.
when you in jail, it's gutter shit.
You work at a restaurant. A guy comes into the bathroom, shits in the bowl, but then picks it up and wipes it all over the walls, all over the faucet, the everything. Because I say this because I remember in high school I had a friend who worked at Dunkin' Donuts and somebody did this, and I remember he told the boss like, "I'm not cleaning it up. Like I
can't.
only worked there for a week. I'm not doing it. I would rather get fired than clean it up." And I remember thinking, like, I respect that principled stand,
For sure.
but also it does feel like, I mean, if someone did that here,
Nah.
Josh, Maybe not you, but you're gonna have to officiate this on someone. And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I feel like I should be last one on the list.
Yeah.
You need
Of course.
At that
Even though
point-
it is my
at
building,
that
so I
point-
kind of should be number one on the list.
No,
but
at that point, you gotta call somebody in with a pressure washer.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
point.
massive.
That's a good point.
You gotta
you know?
come in there and
That's
decode.
all
But if
gonna
I'm
say.
pressure blasting the poop,
I mean,
it's
but
blasting me back in the
we're
face,
paying
right?
somebody for a pay. I mean, you have to
Yeah,
pay
yeah,
somebody to get the shit off the wall because at the end of the day, like if it's one smudge, all right, cool. Like somebody might suck up their pride, but if it's like a bathroom full of shit, you wouldn't want them because like you know how shit is. It gets in crevices, and it's always gonna smell like.
And that's
shit.
why you need an officiator, because I don't think I'm gonna really be able to get it clean enough that I would consider it clean.
Yeah.
No, like it literally
Like,
needs.
let me hit this crevice, this little shit.
And how there's gonna be so much you don't see. They probably
Yeah.
have a special like poop light
So is that like gangster to you guys, or is that like a little
hitting someone with a Glock
disturbing?
dookie. I mean, in jail, I respect it. On the streets,
No,
you
it's-
are a J cat if you drench someone in poop.
Even-
Yeah,
even in jail, it's
Institutionalized,
Yeah.
traumatized.
Yeah, it's jail is
Yeah.
gutter shit going on. Man.
It's still kind of J Cattish.
They,
That is definitely
I mean,
J Cattish.
It depends. If you trying to whoop
It's a
that
lot of
op
ways you
ass,
can
it's
get down
like,
in
look,
jail.
Here you go.
I
eat
was in
this
juvenile
shit,
hall
bitch,
with her.
and beat his ass.
I ain't never seen that.
you were in juvenile hall with her before she got tuned into the Glock dookie lifestyle.
Absolutely.
That's
I
fair.
was in
Hey, you was
juvenile.
in juvenile. Are you a gang member?
I'm not.
You from Whoopty Whoop?
I'm not from nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, she spent most of.
Whoop
I'm
to
from
you.
downtown. I'm from downtown Sacramento, California, born and raised though.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Not too many people could say that. And
Yeah.
not too many people gonna own up to that. But yeah, I was in and out of juvenile hall from 12 to 18 years old.
Yeah.
But you spent
Yeah.
a lot of your childhood in Oak Park, though.
Yeah.
Doing what though?
Gathering intel. Hello, almighty suspect in this
Hi.
bitch.
The Gerber.
How you
Come
living?
on,
Can you
man.
grab my pep bar out of my bag?
He's not a store
Hey,
runner.
listen,
Yeah.
listen.
He's
You
not
at
a-
work?
Adam.
What?
You had
The
to
store
say-
runner was so
That's
uncalled
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Shout out,
they
son.
for sure
Back
thought
up,
we were
Jack.
an item.
I'm cheating today. I said, back up, Jack. I'm cheating today. All right.
What are you guys doing?
Huh?
Cheating?
Yeah.
You know
guys
what?
do drugs together?
Can I try
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
He has to try every drug that hits the
Like,
table.
sure.
Let's try that.
See, you see how
You
you think
don't
of me?
get no
That's why
slack.
I was scared about the Yerky Gate.
Let
Well,
me
there's
say
no
it.
perks in there, just so you know. That I know of.
What am I doing then?
Well,
This is delicious.
It's a hookah,
Put your foot-
like a pep bar.
this is delicious.
But yeah,
Let us get a Clorox wipe for
Oof, kind of hot in here. Oh, I got sweaty belly rolls. Look at that.
her.
so Lush, what made you want to ask me about that? The comments?
No, well, I mean, me being, I'm a Northern Cali rap aficionado, so I really care.
Where are
about
you
this
from?
shit. I'm from LA, born and raised in
Right.
LA. I lived in Oakland for 13 years.
They
From
accepted
Northern
him in.
California when the Southsiders ain't around.
They,
Like, come on, bro.
the Bay love me. I love the Bay.
The
I
Bay's
spent-
real cultured.
The Bay's very cultural,
Yeah.
and from age 19 to my early 30s, I was in the Bay, and I spent time in Sac, spent time in Stockton.
So you did your homework.
I did my
Is
homework.
that where you at
Absolutely.
when you
You
shot
could tell
that
when I was
video
asking you-
walking?
Because I'm asking you questions that you kind of got to be from there to even know about.
So you must have watched the interview when I brought up Nani Blanco.
Well, I mean,
Is this
So-
Riz?
not at all. I
Oh,
have
okay.
a fucking whole
I was
like.
just curious. I
But
don't-
so I was aware of the diss tracks between Noni and Stunner Girl when they first came out. I think Noni rapped on the real instrumental by Lil Kim and Mobb Deep, so I remember that and that whole era. And then when you said the name, I was like, wow, because I've been trying to incite a Noni Blanco conversation on this podcast for a long time.
I have a question. If you live in Sac, is it expected that you pay additional attention to the ball sack when doing any kind of sex act?
Because you from Sac.
Wait,
You from Sac
say that
Town.
again?
Sac, Memento. Like if I was from Penisville, New Hampshire,
Oh my God. Okay.
like does that cross your mind the first time you
Like,
do a
from
sex
Sac
act on a
Town.
man?
I'm finna
Dick
say-
City,
Don't nobody
California.
suck that sack like you. You can't. Because you're from
This
Sac.
is not like I'm not trying to like sexualize you or anything. I'm just wondering if that's like a thing
A thing
culturally.
with the girls.
Yeah, like is it just like a sack thing? Because I interview all these people from Sacramento and nobody ever talks about like the ball sack side of things.
I think they respect the ball.
Like, I would respect it.
Okay, I'm like, you guys are losing me.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No,
That was
like
really funny.
I'm trying to get in. I don't understand.
When you see ball sacks, do you think Sacramento?
Are we talking sexually?
Ball sacks? Yeah, I think so. Yo, imagine like
we
a
talking
shirt that's
sexually?
just like a nut sack and then it says Ramento. That would be funny.
That shirt.
I think Adam just thought of some new merch.
Or even like
Yeah.
the censored version could just be like the money bag
'Cause I'm
emoji.
like, hey, what?
Yeah, and it looked like a sack.
I'm not trying to like overtly
that
sexualize
was,
you.
but you know what's crazy? You thought about that really good because I never thought of it like that.
See? That's how gay I
That
am.
was like, you're not gay. Why do people say that?
But I, you know.
Balls are pretty gay. Let's be honest. Like,
To a lot of men, if
You
you
gonna
even
answer
bring
this
up
question.
balls.
Or
If-
you rather not?
If I'm in an
do we think
EBK
about the
studio
balls when
session
we
and I
have
bring
sex?
that joke up, everyone gonna call me gay.
yeah.
No, for sure.
But you are gay. Adam, you're gay.
Because
You
it's
brought
like,
that up.
now that you say it, it's like, is it something in the back of your head? Because now you said it's like sack. Those are sacks. Like,
You know what? I'm not about to play with no jumper today. Okay, they were trolling today. You guys, Sacramento, are we in here? Are we in the chat?
If you're from Sacramento, let us know in the chat
oh, you
and
think
in the
we
comments.
dissing your hometown?
Do
No.
you like
No,
your
no,
balls
That sounds like a
sucked?
diss.
No,
Come on,
It sounds
bro.
like
It's
a
okay.
diss.
It's okay. It's okay.
uh,
They're trolling.
Yeah,
Let 'em
my
troll.
bad, Sack.
They probably
We
know.
love you because everybody want to beef with Bricc. I don't want to beef with Sacramento,
No, love Sac. Okay, we have yet to do
I
a
don't,
single
but
topic.
I love Sacramento.
So let's talk about
Me
this
too.
one.
I don't love
Have you
Sac.
guys seen this guy now? Academics Academics TV and Flacco have basically been using this clip from Vitaly's stream to push the narrative that a Kendrick Lamar affiliate, aka a guy who I guess when he was 17
Took a picture with Kendrick.
took a picture with Kendrick Lamar.
Say, we not doing Kendrick like that.
I think the idea that Kendrick is in any way in cahoots with this dude, like if you got a picture with him a year ago, now maybe we're talking.
No, it was a reach.
You know, if we got a picture
Even
of him
if you got a
at your
picture with,
show a year ago, even now we're
if
talking.
we got a picture with him and you hanging out off the premises of any rap show or anywhere where a fan can stop you for a picture. First and foremost, if it's one picture of Kendrick, now if it's 20 pictures of Kendrick related shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, Kendrick really don't even take pictures with his closest homeboys. Like,
You don't really
so-
see him in
yeah,
public,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
Hey,
very
but
rare
he'd
to
be
be
out.
photographed.
I
I don't know.
Yeah.
He got some weird charges. Why is he around?
that's what I was about to say.
But see, I watched a video on it last night, and actually, what it was they were. It was a reach. I feel like it was a reach.
The Kendrick connection is a reach for
it
sure.
was definitely a reach, only because the pictures are so old, and then it's
Yeah.
like, look at how you just said it in the beginning of this, the start of this live, whatever we have going on. You said that the fans wait around.
Yeah.
So what if he was just waiting around? He's a super
That's
Kendrick
what they
fan.
do.
But this is the other thing too, is that it's like, even if this was Kendrick's homie, that he clearly was really around and shit, let's shoot Kendrick some bail and just assume that he's probably the type of guy that would not allow someone to be around him if he knew that they were meeting up with 15-year-olds off of the internet.
I agree.
Now,
Yes,
and,
I agree.
and
Fair
even if
enough.
this was his homie, obviously he's doing it in private and not sharing this hobby with all of his homies, right? So to me, like the idea that I even saw people saying it about me, like, oh, Adam and Ak and Flacco are pushing this narrative. I would not put this on fucking Kendrick by any means. Do I think Kendrick deserves to be criticized in the whole Drake thing? For sure. But this to me is, now granted, also I'm going to say this is one of the funniest pedo hunting clips
Ever.
I've ever seen.
really funny.
Because he's
Because
trying
he
to
went into there,
justify.
he was like, I'm homeless, I'm living in
Like,
whoopty whoop
man,
whoop,
I
and it's
ain't had
valid.
no pussy in a minute, but like, come on, 15.
That sentence,
That's the
bro.
most insane
I'm gonna
part.
be real with
What
you.
was
I ain't got no pussy in a minute. I was like, what?
the fuck
And
are
he
you
knew.
talking about?
Never heard that. I watched like
Yeah.
100 episodes of Catch a Predator over the years. I see all these Vitaly clips on Twitter. Never did I
Never.
ever think anybody would say
Never
that.
would you keep
Most
it real
honest
like
thing
that.
he ever said in his life.
Oh, I believe him 100%. Yes.
Yeah, like, bro, but like,
said he's been
go
doing
buy
bad.
a prostitute. They got fucking crackhead prostitutes.
He said he's been doing bad,
that she
Bricc.
probably could do something for under 20. If you go get the substance, you might go get a bad bitch. She might be down bad and want that powder.
But he
You might
also
be
was
talking.
saying one of the best thing he said too is he said like, what's not gonna happen is y'all is not gonna be on here playing with my character, treating me like a joke, yada yada. I'm like, oh, so he
What?
doesn't even know that this is live and this is
Yeah.
like already being fed out there
Yeah.
to the world. Like, you poor dumb
Yeah.
bastard.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
mean, clearly
I
he's
felt like
he's
he knew
mentally ill.
though, because he said, let me talk to the camera. Why did he want to talk to the camera? Why was he pleading his case?
I just think like most people when they see that camera don't think like, oh, this is already being fed out there to like 100,000
He
people.
got a mental health problem. And no, he said he seen his stream before.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I knew this shit was a setup the whole time, man.
But even then, I don't think he necessarily was realizing that it was live, because when you see
Yeah.
the dudes who just run for their life,
yeah.
that is kind of like a reasonable reaction because they know it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're in that situation and you start saying like, what y'all not gonna do to me is exactly
Play in
what
my
you are
face.
doing
But he
right
had, he
now.
had
Well,
mental
I-
health problems, bro.
No, he clearly
Yeah.
does. He clearly
That's
does.
a
I want to know
Problem,
people who
bro.
know him, because he seems like such an LA dude that it's like, I guarantee we know a bunch of people.
He was
That know this
definitely
fool.
sane
But there,
right there. with
there's
Kendrick.
always like the one homie on the block that's a little bit weird, and maybe he'll go and buy some. He'll go to the store when his EBT hits, and he'll get you feel me, some carne asada for the block. Blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, no one really fuck with him, and we know he weird. And then when some shit like this happens, no one's surprised.
Right. I mean, getting caught doing this with an
Is
afro
that
pick.
accurate?
You know what?
Yeah,
Nobody's ever been caught with an afro pick doing this
That
before.
is so
huh?
ancient.
The pick is crazy.
It's ancient.
Can you read his shirt? I can't.
He's disgusting. Like,
It looks like it
gets
says
0 points.
Oh my god, that picture is so old with him and Kendrick.
Dan. No, I'm trying to read his shirt on the left. It's like bands. Fuck.
That's not even a
Let him
picture,
play some.
and that's not a picture of Kendrick. That's a picture of K Dot. Let's be
Okay.
fair.
I'm gonna turn the sound
That's
down so we
K-Dot.
can
Yeah,
try to
that's K-Dot.
picture. It says, I think it says gangsters. No?
It has
It's
an NDA.
band.
Gangsters and strippers.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gangsters
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
strippers.
No,
Okay.
no, like
Oh, yeah.
banstas and strippers or
Yeah,
something.
it was something like that.
Yeah.
Gangsters and
Wait a minute. What the
strippers,
fuck is a bandsta? I want to be a bandsta. What's that?
You got bands.
Bandstas and strippers.
Oh, fuck
shirt?
up they brand.
Nah,
That wasn't it.
that wasn't it.
Dancers, gangsters.
I don't know.
It didn't look like gangsters. It looked like
And
a.
band stars. I think it was
Band
ARS.
stars,
It was
okay.
I want to keep the
ARS.
chat open too, because they're probably smarter than us. They probably already seen
You
it.
know the chat is top flight investigators.
Band stars and the shirt says ski fingers. I don't know.
They already
man.
deleted their brand.
Yo, that would be a rough day if you had like a clothing brand
Yo.
and like, yo, because did you see Dub?
No.
Oh my God, Dub got a bad one.
Somebody got caught in the cough syrup.
Fucking a girl made a thread on Twitter, and it is basically like a picture of a dude. He's wearing an awful lot of cough syrup hoodie, and it is like 10 paragraphs of like in-depth recapping this dude raping her, right?
Oh wow.
Extremely in-depth.
Oh wow.
It had, I think the last time I saw it, because I saw it on my timeline a couple of different times, but it had like 500,000 likes on it, which on Twitter basically means that post basically like won Twitter that day. Like that's probably one of the most liked, if not like that's how many likes like Elon shit gets. And I was just like, that is so crazy. Like obviously nobody's holding Dub accountable for this in any way, but it's just so weird how your brand could just randomly have like a bad PR moment like that. But then I saw somebody else quote tweet it, basically going into depth about how it's bullshit and how this girl just fucking made it up out of thin air, which they're just assuming that as well. But I get like 300,000 likes on that quote tweet.
That's crazy.
From an optics perspective, that's still terrible. And it even reminds me of like the shirts that I've worn on No Jumper. Like some clothing brand gave me a shirt and then I wore that and that's the day Flacco calls me out for a fade. You feel me?
Oh my gosh.
And I get super embarrassed. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm sure this clothing brand is not psyched to be associated with that.
Because you marked up?
Because I'm marked out. Why would they want to fucking have that?
They want you to be
Have you promote it
in any capacity? You know what I mean? Like it's a bad look. But so I can only imagine something like that where it's like national headlines and legitimate virality.
It's just so crazy for that dude because it's like, I mean, he may or may not be the person that they're describing, but like, it don't even matter. Like, you know, that shit got 500,000 likes. It probably got like 20 million, 50 million, 100 million views on Twitter. That dude's life is for sure in a state of chaos right now. And it's like,
this sweater is becoming one of my favorite sweaters. I like the cut on it.
It's a nice transition right there.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
He's in Mechanicsville and he's looking for a transmission.
Wait, really? Is that what that was a reference to? I don't know.
No. I just was saying, like, if I commit a crime in it,
oh,
it's more than likely.
So with this, did Whack 100 cover?
Strange transition, but okay. What?
Did Whack 100 cover this?
You don't got to use that as your backpack on your. We
Oh,
can put it
Marty
right
brought it
there
right
on.
here.
Yeah, but we can put it on the little rug piece right there.
Okay.
I feel bad for you having to fucking lean on this fancy bag. Also, yeah, okay. you're
Bags
closer to
don't
me,
go
but I'll put
on
it
the
down for you,
grizzly.
sure.
You know that's bad.
Yeah, you can't put
Putting it on the ground?
Yeah, black girls, you crazy.
What are we gonna
You
do?
just
Anybody got a hook?
violated.
Donnie, put it over your shoulder for the rest of the pod.
You just violated. Do not do that to another black woman.
Put it on the ground?
Please.
What?
I'm
That
saving
is so
you.
bad luck.
That's like shoes on the
That's
bed for
fade.
Italians.
That's like a fade.
Shoes on the bed is OD.
For Italians,
Oh,
especially. Like,
Do you let the dog on
Shoes
your
the
bed?
bed,
Oh,
period.
oh, no,
Is the
you-
dog
yeah.
allowed on your bed?
Don't have a dog.
If you had one, would you let him on the bed?
I mean, yeah.
dogs on
No.
the bed.
You wouldn't let him on the bed at all.
No, my cat.
Depends on how big.
The little dogs
The little
allowed in the
dogs,
bed. Yeah.
Nah, big dog too. My nigga. Cause I ain't gonna lie. It's like me saying my dog. Like,
Ralphie's allowed in the bed?
bro,
A
if
dog
that's
as big
my
as
dog,
Ralphie.
come kick it, buddy. It's my dog.
Ralphie's a big dog, though.
Lena
I
and
would let a
I,
cane Corso sleep in my bed if it was my dog.
Lena and I got into
sweet
it
guy.
about that topic of like, I told her I don't want the fucking dog on my bed, and she kind of like just kept like laughing at me every time I would walk in the room and the dog would be on the bed, to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, so you just don't give a fuck about how I feel. And then I seen a tweet saying black people don't let the dog on the bed, and I'm like,
They don't.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like it.
Yeah,
In the
fucking
bed.
vulture.
I know.
Yeah.
A lot of-
I'm taking
I'm
your
not about to
cultural
say.
norms as well. Yeah.
Culture vulture.
Black people might not even allow the dog in the house. To be honest with you, you feel me? Like,
That's OD. That fool
None
gonna
of us
freeze.
Like that.
I'm-
Nah, there's a lot of backyard dogs though.
okay, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
Pit
Well,
bulls
some
and shit
dogs are
don't come
outdoor
in the
dogs.
house. Yeah, pit bulls don't come in.
Think
the
about Snoopy. He got a fucking dog house for a reason.
house. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Snoopy from Peanuts.
I thought you were talking about another
No.
Snoopy who,
it was
But
also a
then-
dog.
by
But
the way,
then-
the other Snoopy Badass, was called out for a fade by T-Rock from Fousey on my podcast, clip dropping tonight.
What
Wow.
T-Rock? Little T-Rock?
Big T-Rock. T-Rock from Fousey.
I don't know, big T-Rock.
Let me ask you
I don't know if
something.
he little or big.
Little buff dude,
My
short and
goodness.
stocky.
He in his late 30s. So for him
Yeah,
to be,
that's
oh, that could, that's little T-Rock. Yeah,
that's my bro.
yeah.
That's
Shout,
Nobody
he's
knows
a
who you
joint.
guys are talking about, so let's move on.
He's a joint.
Let me ask you this: Do you appreciate the comments of people telling you that they're attracted to you, and or do you get upset by the comments implying that you're unattractive?
No.
You don't give a shit about any of that.
I mean, I pay attention to it, but I don't really care because it's like whatever. Just see me in person.
It's just so much of the comments are basically like letting you know if they would or wouldn't sleep with you. And I was just wondering like how that
Yeah.
hits as a non-sex worker.
Yeah, and then it's a lot like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's got to be awkward for like a woman
They
blogger.
say a lot in the comments though.
Well, because you're not like leaning on your sexuality for what you do.
No, I don't.
And any beyond not being a sex worker.
But you know, I am labeled as like a bop, ran through, you know, a crackhead.
you dated a lot of rappers.
Not a lot. A few.
And you filmed music videos at their
Yeah,
graves
rap
after
too,
they
right?
died.
Oh God, here goes
I
Adam.
found out about that after we got done the episode. That
Listen.
she's been to the grave of her ex-boyfriend and
Not-
shot a music video?
No.
Explain to me then.
It was not at the gravesite because he was cremated
Okay.
That's where you got killed at.
Where'd you go? The ocean?
at Jim Boy's. But
What's
what
that?
happened was Jim Boy's was where the street he was on when he passed.
Oh, okay.
But what happened was I was actually shooting that music video for like an ally gang he was affiliated with. And then like the videographer was like, well, you might as well go all the way. You know, at the time I was like on syrup and Xanax. I'll be honest, you don't care
Syrup.
when you're high. You don't.
My
You don't
nigga.
care when you're high. Let's be real. You don't care. So it's like at the time,
I feel like you're putting a nice clean shine on filming a music video at
I
your
was
dead
wrong.
ex-boyfriend's site where he died.
Adam, I was wrong.
Hey, listen.
I was
Is
wrong.
it still online?
Did
There's
y'all
nothing I
break
can
up?
do because the
Did y'all break
videographer's
up?
in jail.
They were already broken
We
up.
were already
yeah,
broken
yeah. And
up.
she was
Yeah.
looking at him like a op, so she was on her gravedigger mode.
Faded.
She was
the
ahead of her
syrup.
Can
time.
I-
syrup.
Can
Off
I
the
speak
She
syrup.
was
my
ahead of her
piece?
time.
Yes.
Can I speak my piece?
Air it out.
Okay. They posted a picture after his passing with bullet holes in my son's face with 36K on it.
Who did?
Everybody he
peoples?
was affiliated with, yes.
Why? They were that mad at you?
They were it wasn't even me at that point. I didn't even come into the picture until after that picture was surfacing all over the internet. So when people say Jaleec just went and did that, no, I was triggered. Okay, now you guys want to play, let's play. That's what it was. But it wasn't really for him. It was for the people he was affiliated with that posted it. But then my videographer said, you might as well just go all the way. And I'm like, well.
Do you got any felonies as an adult?
Absolutely.
No, because what I'm saying is,
Oh, wow,
right?
that was an amazing moment.
No, because what I'm saying is, you need to keep it with you.
Yeah.
No kissing.
They be on her noggin, fool.
That's what I said. You
It be
need to
on her
keep it
neck.
with you. You a little bit. You playing. You
Okay,
know
but
that.
listen.
You know
I
that.
don't know
This
if I
was
could give you a pass.
so
You, if that was
many-
my brother, you filmed the shit right there. I don't know if I could give you a pass when I see you. I might blow you down. Dead on me, female or not. I don't really see no that shit bisexual. Mine is.
Valid. You have a
Cause there's
valid point.
gangbang females out here, so I don't want to hear that shit. I had a bitch draw down on me, nigga, and scared the shit out of me, nigga. That bitch, hey,
Hey, equal rights, equal scullies.
you hear me?
Equal hats.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you have
That
to stay
bitch
on
a
your
bigger
toes
rat.
for sure. Like, you know, at the time I was super young. I can't really like take it back, but I wrote my wrongs. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just like with
You repent it.
FYB Jane. What's his name?
J-Man.
Yeah.
Man, I was just thinking about it. Not you, because we have a strictly working relationship. But if I fucking knew a girl who was really smoking on deads, I feel like I could bring an additional level of sexual energy to an encounter with her. Not you, again. But
No, you're fine.
if I had a girl that I knew like that, for sure, she could get it harder maybe than any girl ever before.
You gonna fuck her like a gangbang?
I'm a
bitch?
fucker for all the deads that she smoked.
Yeah.
You're gonna, yeah, I can see
Fuck
But
her.
that.
see, I've
hard.
never said I smoked on anybody. Okay, let's
Ever?
be.
You
No,
don't have to.
Ever?
I don't know.
You don't have to.
No, I never did that.
You don't have to. You're going to the street where he got flipped at. Fuck.
Okay,
smoking on
listen,
him.
Bricc baby, what are you saying?
I'm
Speak
just
your
saying,
piece.
I did.
Go ahead, speak your
You
gangbanging
went
piece.
to the street, nigga.
Go ahead.
You don't
Go
have
ahead.
to
From
smoke
an LA
on
perspective.
cuz.
Go
You
ahead.
already went to the block where he got dropped that shit.
Okay, and
Might
I-
as well roll him in the blunt and all the shit. That
Yeah,
a blunt is
kinda the
lightweight.
same,
Yeah, where do you
yeah.
draw the
A blunt
line?
is
Putting them in a
lightweight.
blunt is way less.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
You could have tweeted smoking on cousin, nigga. That would have got no shot.
Yeah, because if I'm smoking on the fucking story and I say, hey, we're smoking on so-and-so, that takes me like 2 seconds of energy to say that.
Yeah.
Going to the spot he died, that's a whole drive.
And I
Well,
didn't want to.
really
I had
wasn't.
to cancel the release of Big Ops because I
Did you do
caught some
something
moral-
similar?
I caught some moral because I'm like, what if Julio people take it as a diss be shooting right here?
Of course they would.
Right.
And I wasn't trying to do that.
Wait, you
I
shot a
just was
music
short.
video where Fulio died?
Yes,
Yeah.
he went to.
Remember?
You
I
don't
told
remember that?
you.
He
Oh,
went
God.
to the fucking.
Yeah.
How would that not be a diss?
All right, Bricc baby, I'm already top up. I don't need this on the podcast.
Nah, you good. You good. I
Already
fuck
top
with you. I'm
hat.
top out too. But your younger days was crazy. I'm just now hearing about it, so I got it.
Well, yours is more relevant than mine. Julio just passed last year.
But he wasn't my op.
This year.
Yeah.
And I
it
was
this
just
year?
going over there showing motherfuckers that I'm in Florida. And it was like, that might be the wrong approach about being in Florida.
What about Act filming a clip at the spot where Pab died, playing Dirk, and then trying to play
Did
dumb?
he?
Yeah, he tried to play
he
dumb about it.
stupid. Yeah, he tried to play stupid.
Oh, you guys are putting me in the hot seat right now.
I don't know why he tried to play dumb about it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's overt.
I'll be honest, Full still gotta like, you're not at Buckingham's level yet. Like what Buckingham did, like you're literally,
What almost died?
that's what I'm saying. You know
What the
what I'm saying?
fuck does that mean?
I'm saying as far as being somebody in the media space and doing things that are like in the realm of disrespect as far as like ops are concerned.
But they were
it's like-
just sliding on Q50. That wasn't about. They weren't trying to kill a YouTuber,
Yeah.
no, but regardless.
but probably thought it was a
but-
bonus.
He's talking
be-
about doing a song with Mr. Disrespect with the McDonald's thing.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
exactly
that was
what
a
I was
bit
referring
far.
to.
That was a bit.
That's what I was talking
But
about.
he got shot in Chicago by
Yeah, that didn't even
redacted.
have nothing to do with that.
It ain't nothing
him
about
getting-
Philly politics.
Well, the consequences
It's
is one
car-
thing, but I'm talking about
karma
the actual.
don't have a place or a face.
It doesn't.
Yeah, and beyond the consequences, it's the actions right there. You know what I mean? Like putting yourself.
That shit is an energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, the energy for sure.
Yeah.
that's doing what she did, but to a much greater extent, and something that wasn't as close to home to him because he don't even really know those people like that. These are people that you at least were
No. Yeah.
we're in the mix with to some capacity.
Right.
So that makes it a little bit like, all right. I'm curious. There's another really big rapper out of Sac I haven't really heard you talk about too much. What are your thoughts on CML?
we talked about him on the pod, right?
Yeah. I think Lavish D. I think Lavish D is like, as far as like speaking, motivational speaking, he has that down pat. But like a rapper, I don't think he's like the best rapper.
Do you feel like
I think he has a good head on his shoulders.
do you feel like he's kind of like gotten a lot more buzz in Sac in the past couple of years? And I'm asking this someone that's from there that
He's
knows,
always had a buzz.
because I feel like the past couple of years, like he went up a lot, and I don't know.
Well,
if
he
that-
was able to say Mozzie's name.
right.
He wasn't able to before.
So
yeah.
do you feel like that? Like so, the
Played a
dynamics
role?
are kind of different as a result now.
Yeah, for sure.
Why wasn't he able to before?
Because it was like a probation or a parole stipulation. Yeah,
Oh.
because what he went to jail for those 5 years was actually jumping Mozzie's manager in Arden Mall.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then that
For jumping,
activated
just fighting.
and that
So-
activated like about 20 shootings that weekend.
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like really on fire.
Oh wow.
Right.
And that was on the.
But he went to jail for jumping.
Yeah, can you
They
just
wanted to
reopen
keep
No,
him
he
off
went
the
to jail
street.
for recording the fight. He had nothing. He wasn't even involved.
So what do they call that?
Guilty
What
by
was-
association.
What was his? I mean, what was his
gang
charge?
enhancement? I have no clue.
That's crazy. That's Sacramento.
Yeah,
They'd
no,
take your ass
Sacramento
to
will throw the
jail,
book at
boy.
you. I had
Yeah.
one DUI and
Yeah.
I was on the breathalyzer for 6 months.
So you off it now?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought that was
Adam, I
tight.
told you
We
that.
wanted
Yeah,
to see
okay.
you start the car.
No.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
No, I did 6 months. I paid my dues.
How does it feel to just? Does it make you feel like a crackhead to have to?
A crackhead for drinking?
No,
That was-
but
to
having
blow up the balloon.
To blow before you drive. Like crackheads don't even have to do that.
Okay, I was
Okay,
right.
so
they
I
did,
was
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Gang
Yeah.
enhancement.
For
All right,
recording?
Thank
What
you,
the fuck?
Almighty.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah.
but he had entire
Just for
diss. But
gang
when he
ass.
came home
Just for
though,
gang enhancement.
he had entire diss tracks where he said
No, but when he
Mozzie's name.
came home, he still wasn't able to say his name. He was on parole for I think like 5 years after
So
that.
in them
Just
diss tracks,
said it without saying his name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he.
But then when he was able to say his name, he dropped "Where's Waldo?" I think.
Okay, and yeah, where's Waldo's like 3 or 4 years old now.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I want to say that's 2020. Damn near older than that. Like
I don't
yeah,
know, but Mozzie's a really good diss rapper.
he is. He's
He's
great.
So if I'm disrespectful, like he tops my disrespect.
Do you?
Maz is just a dope ass
Great rapper,
storyteller.
period.
I love
yeah,
Maz,
rapper.
yeah,
he's
so
amazing.
it's just like
I just,
hey,
you know,
yeah.
Okay,
That's my
just
boy.
to reroute the conversation away from talking about all of our favorite
rappers.
up north rappers. How did you guys feel? Should we play the clip? Maybe we should play the clip of Fousey running down on the No Jumper store. I know this was very exhilarating work. Here we have Gunner
Standing tall.
right in the middle of the Gunner era.
I don't know.
Gunner stood tall, bro.
Suck my dick.
No,
and die
you suck
slow.
my dick.
Tell Adam 22
No,
to
you.
make me suck your dick right now.
Get on your knees.
Make me suck your dick
What
right
are you
now.
gonna do about it?
Say
Back
that.
up.
I'm gonna do a lot
I'm
right
on
now.
the
Make me
phone.
do
Back up.
shit.
Back up. Back
Make
up.
me do shit. You tell me to suck your dick on the phone, I'll slap that shit out of you, pussy. Pussy. I'm in front of your CEO store calling you a pussy.
What do you mean?
You're a pussy, he's a pussy. He's not.
He points at the security guard and says, he's not.
not.
Fousey, use a
Bitch-ass
bitch.
nigga.
That's
Yeah,
some
the
hoe
bitch
ass shit right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Nigga, and
No
lose
points.
money, sucking your bitch ass. Go home and sock it a sock, bitch. I'm busy fucking Lena, that fucking witch.
You don't even know how to say
He's
her name.
disrespecting me. He's disrespecting me. Then tell him not to talk to me like that.
That was
He's
the
disrespecting
bitch ass
me.
shit.
Look at Steven.
Steve got a pony.
And for
He's
some
like, he's
reason, a
disrespecting
narrative got
me.
started that Steven had the blick and that he went back in to get the blick so he could fucking turn Fousey into a
He's
peg.
disrespecting me.
That's not
How am I
necessary.
gonna get on when he's disrespecting me?
You want to know the craziest thing about this too is that he had just been banned off of Kick and Twitch. So I believe he was streaming this on Twitter,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
which
he's
is
on
like
Twitter.
the lowest form of
yeah.
streaming
Streaming.
possible.
You
You,
started a Twitter space?
you've left YouTube. You got booted from Twitch. You got booted from Kick. Rumble probably don't want you. You've been forced to head on over to x.com in order to stream. I don't really understand what Fousey's angle was here. Like, obviously, you know that I'm not at the store on a day-to-day basis, although he might still think that I am just because he was part of that epic
Store
moment.
era,
He
yeah,
pulled up
yeah,
to the
yeah,
store
yeah,
and had
yeah.
one of his most viral moments ever. But I mean, he looks like a fucking crackhead right here. It's obvious that his life is not going well at all. And so he pulls up and just starts antagonizing the employees. But even beyond that, as soon as one of the employees is a big ass black dude with a gun on his hip, you turn into a total
He's not
bitch
a
right away.
bitch.
He's
He's
cool.
not-
Fousey, we see you. We see you being scary. Use a hoe, suck a dick. I just wanted to throw all that out there first before we discuss this any further.
This new era of Fousey
So wait, how do
dropping
you
N-bombs is
feel?
crazy.
He
No,
was
no, go ahead,
mid-sentence.
Mama.
Let's take turns
Go ahead,
speaking
go
here.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, first of all, this new era of Fousey dropping N-bombs is diabolical.
I feel like he been on that.
No.
No,
It's-
that's new?
It's very, very, it's turned up significantly. Now, since the FouseyCon debacle, we've seen a lot of rises and way more falls of Yusuf since that moment.
Mm.
However, it seemed like you were always really kind to this guy. You know, you went to FouseyCon, you had him on the platform. You had a much bigger guest on at the time. You know, with
Shane Dawson, yeah.
Shane at the time was probably top 3 biggest YouTubers.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
And that's what pisses me off about this, though, is that I felt like when Fousey, I reached out to Fousey when he started streaming, like maybe a year or so ago, and he said that his team told him that they didn't want him to do No Jumper because they felt like it would bring attention back to basically like the tweaked out version of him that had been on the podcast prior.
oh, that would bring attention to it?
Now he is living out that tweaked out version of himself that I went to war with on the pod. Well, I didn't really go to war with him, but
They
Keemstar
had
did, etc.
control over him for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
A month
exactly.
or two.
And now,
Right.
Yeah.
so he hits me up, and I got a lot of shit for saying that I didn't want to interview him. Listen, I can acknowledge that I have not always had the most discretion with who I've interviewed, and I've for sure interviewed people that were in the middle of a mental health episode, and I'm just trying to be a slightly better version of myself one day at a time. I'm not saying that I'm never going to interview somebody who's clearly going through a mental breakdown ever again. I'm just saying with the Fousey thing, being somebody that's known him for all these years, I didn't want to interview him. Now, keep in mind, this is him asking me to interview him and me saying that I was concerned about where he was at in terms of his mental health journey. And the reaction from him was basically to say, fuck you, use a bitch, I'm gonna fuck your wife, et cetera, et cetera. Which,
That's why he's tripping on you?
yeah, because I told him I didn't want to interview him
Which is so crazy.
like a
And-
week ago.
And I remember when you said that, and I was surprised at your kindness.
There is a part of me that already is like, well, fuck him. I should have had him on in the first
You
place.
shoulda.
We should have gone viral, even if it was us exploiting somebody who is clearly going through a mental health crisis.
I think it would have been great to have him on here, and I was surprised that you actually had as much care about him as a human being as you did. But to see like him so angry at No Jumper was super odd, when this has always been a platform that I felt like was pretty kind to him, all things considered.
I mean, even us considering having him on the podcast like a year ago, to me was kind of a gift, since he's basically like he's got crazy fake viewers going on the platforms that he's on and shit like that. Like when you look at his Twitter and stuff, and like he'll be like having 20K live viewers on Kick and shit. And then you look at his Twitter and it's like, well, you can't get like 100 likes on a tweet. Like, this doesn't seem like it really adds up.
You talking about Fousey can't get 100 likes on a tweet?
Is his Twitter, I'm like, a lot of people suffer from this, myself as well. People who built up really, really big followings on Twitter over the last decade or two. Yeah. You don't really get engagement the same way now that you used to or whatever. I personally, aside from the fact that obviously, you know, Fousey not necessarily as big as it used to be. Obviously, No Jumper, some people would say not as big as it used to be. So it kind of makes sense that we would get less likes. But like the amount of likes that he gets while also pretending to have 20,000 live viewers on stream, it's just like the biggest cap ever. It actually reminds me a lot of Spiffy Luciano getting 2 million views on his most recent music video.
Spiffy hard.
With Tania. I actually didn't even listen to it yet.
Wow. It just came out?
Like a month ago or something.
Oh, wow.
2 million views, 200 comments.
And
200 comments, 2 million. Wow.
Dead ass.
You gotta be at least like 3,000-4,000 comments at that point.
But I will say, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too much, but I got some messages from Whack 100 last night, and he was talking about a conversation that he had with Spiffy Luciano, and one thing he mentioned that the Sharp music video no longer here.
What do you mean, no longer here?
He removed it from his Instagram. Now, what exactly that means, I don't necessarily know. Video about Bricc Baby still up. I don't know. I'm just saying that's kind of interesting.
Well, Sharp had a way better verse. That's the crazy part.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's kind of odd that it's been removed from his Instagram.
And that's the guy that was just trying to fight him.
He wasn't
trying to fight might be an exaggeration.
I was in the hood. He wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah,
everybody wants to fight because they know I live for it, so they got time to play around.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then when nigga pull up let's wait till he leave this motherfucker, then you pop back out. Like, listen, man. Listen.
Yeah, because he was asking like security guards about you. Yeah, I seen that video.
All I know is I want some fried catfish. That looked absolutely delicious. So yeah.
Wait, Adam, so I have a question.
But one second. I still but I can't do it now. Like, I'm thinking like it would be so fun to have Fousey on here.
Please.
But he's just like, bro, he's in a fucked up state. Like he should not be allowed to be streaming on any platform that in any way wants to be taken seriously. Like, I just feel like it's just there's so much better uses of our time. Like, he's lost it in a bad. It'd be like grabbing a random bum from Skid Row and being like, "Here, have a seat."
You don't feel like we
joke around with you?
No, but we could give him some guidance.
It's Fousey still, man.
We could give him, and we could look. Like, at the end of the day, I respect Fousey as a YouTube consummate OG. He been, you know what I mean? He's survived a lot of errors in this game, going back to the pranks and all that. Like, so I feel like we could have somewhat of an intervention, similar to the content like when we have Jess over here. Not
Mac.
Okay, but Crib Mac has been like on the same level mental health wise for many, many years, right? Which I guess that describes Fousey as well.
You're not exactly talking about someone that's been playing with a full deck.
But you see glimpses of Fousey like returning to normalcy, and then all of a sudden he's fucking.
That's the bipolar shit.
Literally, we saw him on the H3 podcast have like a moment of like feigned lucidity, and all of a sudden people were like, "Oh, Fousey's down to earth now." If you really look at it, he's been the same guy this whole time, with a few exceptions to the rule.
Yeah. Okay, what were you gonna say?
So he came to your store.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't interview him.
Basically.
And then he like came for your wife.
Yeah.
So like when people come for your wife when they're like at odds with you, how do you feel?
I don't really care because it's just so played out, honestly. But definitely, it also makes it so that it's like it's harder to rebuild the bridge after that. And then the kid is like a full blown non-starter. Like it would take. It's going to take a long time and a lot of understanding for me to be able to get past somebody saying something about my kid. My girl, it's a little different because she's a public figure, et cetera. We obviously kind of put ourselves out there to troll and be made fun of and everything like that. But yeah, the kid, the girl thing is bad too, but the kid thing is like way worse.
Off limits. Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of me like being cool with you in the future,
Right.
makes it very difficult.
And he
So a
didn't do
lot of
that.
people. Sorry.
No, he didn't do that, right? Fousey, did you say something about the kid? Or?
No, not that I know of.
So like, have people that you've ever had like you've been at odds with brought up your kid?
For sure.
Yeah.
But not like that I could, not anybody like, usually I just block them right away and then just like don't think about them going forward, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's usually how that ends.
I mean, anyone that's going to bring kids into a conversation is kind of J-Caddish, regardless if it's about even you specifically. Like if I'm looking at a situation from the outside and have no affiliation with either party, someone's going to bring up a kid, like you lose.
I
at that exact moment.
bring up your mama before I bring up your kids.
For sure, your mama's gonna get brought up.
Yeah.
But when your mama gets brought up, it's not really like your mother. It's your mama. It's the hypothetical bitch that bore you. It's not even like when I'm talking about your bitch. 9 times out of 10, I'm not talking about like a specific female. I'm like, you're a bitch because you're a bitch, so your bitch get ran through, blah, 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 whatever it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think once you actually cross that line with kids, and even like he said, it's a little bit like, it's probably a little trickier for you because your lady is famous and the nature of what y'all do, you feel me, is like very intimate. So
it's like, it would just take like a lot more. Like if somebody says something about Bricc's girl, is like you got to actually do your digging to figure it. You know, she's not like a super public personality, so I could understand it being. But that would actually probably make you more mad about it. Yeah,
more mad.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of like
worse.
It's just the easiest thing in the world. It's like, okay, my girl's this very famous porn star. I already know, obviously,
but not really, because it's like you lying when you talk about my girl. My bitch, because they, even on my live, they like, you got a ghost baby mama. You always talk to her on live, but we never get to see her.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
That's how it goes around here.
No, but what
you get to see her on her birthday and shit, and I'm gonna take that shit down. Like I just don't really, not like that. It's just like you don't really need.
You're
to
protecting.
Yeah, because she might be loose on her story and shit. Like should be able to post me whenever she wants to.
Jaleec.
Yes.
Would you be able to be in a relationship with a guy if he said, I'm never going to post you and we have to keep it totally secret?
Yes, I would.
That doesn't bother you?
No.
No, we don't keep it secret. I mean, they know that.
Right. But a lot of rappers, that's kind of the deal. It's like, we could be in a relationship, but I'm never going to post you. I'm never going to talk about you. I'm never going to acknowledge you.
A lot of rappers kind of require their girlfriends or wives to not have Instagrams. A lot. So.
You can have an Instagram. I ain't trying to take away your freedom.
I've never that could be some sack shit. They're just like super, just like gorilla pimpish out there. Like bitch, you delete that IG, girl. Like
You want to know what the craziest thing is? Is like, how have Lotto and 21 Savage allegedly been in this relationship for so long, and you never seen a photo of them together?
Oh my
God! They
God.
go to the same parties and shit.
They have each other's name tattooed on each
They
other.
somehow have avoided almost any
because it's alleged that Sav has a family.
He's married.
Yeah.
A separate situation.
Yeah.
You didn't see him post his family like on Mother's Day?
Did he?
Yeah. I heard he's married.
She's a separate situation?
I feel like that marriage is like some day one shit. It has something to do with, I don't know, because I don't know, but then if I say it, they're going to be like, oh, he knew and he said it. I feel like something to do with the
citizenship.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
I feel like
they
that's
say
the play.
Citizenship.
So you can't,
But don't they have kids, though?
They got kids, so it's like
so
they just locked it in. It was his baby mama. You already taking care of her. Like you gonna be straight forever. Come on, we gonna get married.
So then, what is Lotto like? Just like an industry trophy?
Well, it's
on
probably
the
an
show?
understanding that this ain't that, and then this is that.
Well,
But, you know
I
what
mean, let's be honest.
I don't know. I don't want to give up the behind the scenes
But it
because I
seems
don't
like
know, honestly.
it seems like the Lotto thing is like a real, like that they really care
Yeah,
about. It's not like
yeah.
it's like she's just some jump off.
I'm
Like,
saying,
no,
but the
no.
marriage is probably a business agreement.
I mean, I
With the
that,
baby
that
mama,
makes a lot of sense
like,
of why
that's
they
like
keep
me
it so
and Zoe's
secret.
mom, like, all right, look, I got you married. We've been cool for years. Like, we gonna be married, but
Because
you know I ain't fucking with you
think
no
about
more.
this.
That shit been
think,
over.
Yeah.
think about we go into a party and we got to take separate SUVs. My entourage with me, your entourage with you. The whole time we're at the party, we don't damn near say nothing to each other.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the same place. That takes like a level of dedication
Yeah.
that I personally have basically never had for anything.
But people been known to the point where like I
Yeah.
brought up on this podcast
Yeah,
that
you ain't got
21
them
was
M's.
piping Lotto back in April, and y'all were like, "What? You feel me? Like, are you sure? Like,
It's
literally."
been out there for a
It's been
couple of
out there
years.
for
Yeah,
right?
it's been out there for a
No,
while.
like I brought that up a long time ago, and fools were looking at me like they didn't have any clue what I was talking about. But
Jason Lee said that at one point she offered him money to delete a post about them dating,
That's true.
which is very interesting because that's like, wow, that's a level of dedication.
he
I think
offered or she did.
She
she
did.
offered
She
to
offered.
Jason Lee. But
Yeah.
that's crazy because that's like, oh, so there was a time relatively recently where you thought you were going to be able to keep it a total secret, whereas now they don't give anybody anything to work with, so people don't really talk about it that much. But it's still like everyone knows.
Yeah.
I would have thought that it would be him that wanted the secrecy more than her. That kind of surprised
She
me.
could have been working on his
Yeah, I
behalf.
was about to say, he probably sent, listen.
That's what I was
he
thinking, too,
is
yeah.
the breadwinner in this situation.
Jason Lee
But-
is going to side with the woman before the
For
gangster
sure,
ass
for
rapper,
sure.
right?
And-
You know?
And I'll be honest,
Yeah.
to me, like Lotto is like the most attractive bitch in the rap game by
Yeah, she's
like, a pretty
beautiful.
significant
She's
margin.
beautiful.
She's-
Yeah.
Beyond fine.
cute.
Ice Spice, she needs to gain some more weight back.
She's stressed
needs
out
to
right
get
now.
back.
She
And
need
you
to be
think it's
eating her
stress
oats.
or
It's the
just-
Nicki and the Taylor Swift fans.
Ice Spice
Yeah.
and Lena the Plug gain some goddamn weight back. What the fuck are y'all doing?
They
Eat
want to
some
be
oats.
Swifties.
Listen,
They're both Swifties.
People in the chat, I hear
Swifties.
you, man. I'm with you. Yeah, it's a Swifty thing, right? They all
Yeah.
trying to look like their hero.
Yeah.
The fuck, you bitches are 5'2".
It's-
Get out of here.
Goodness.
It's so weird because the first video that Taylor posted of Ice Spice when like they met at the concert or whatever
Yeah.
was her like, look at how amazing her body is. Look how thick she is. Like it's like damn near she sabotaged the thickness out of her.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
That's-
No, stress can do that to you. I think it was stress. Honestly, me personally, but I get it.
All right, I'm gonna fucking take a look at the donos and read them while Bricc Baby is out
we
of
got
the room.
a cool amount of
Got a
little
couple of 'em.
Yonos.
BMX 1803 said, I hate it when a podcast I look forward to all week has a guest, and even worse, it's a fucking girl. Patton Street, JK, kind of. I don't know what Patton Street is, but Jaleec Navidad is not some random girl. This is not some chick who's here to shill her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No.
She got a different game she's playing.
Peter Schiller, YouTube.
Urban Gorilla said, keep Jaleec and don't see late. Shout out to the Bricc. Hockey stick, hockey stick, hockey stick. Okay. We will keep that in mind. Kid Murray, who is this lady? What should they search on YouTube if they want to sub to your channel?
Jaleece.
Jaleec.
Jaleece Pino.
Yeah, search Jaleec EBK J-Bo
Oh,
and you will find her
gosh.
quickly.
EBK Jaleece.
Zim Reverend said, R.I.P. Briss. Yup.
Please, yes.
We'll have to get to this in a bit. Tay2X said, how much a Bricc feature going for? Blast Off sent $5, said, Bricc, word on the street, Nip tested that jaw and broke it. Facts or fiction? Okay, there are a few things that we will probably have to revisit here. Reap Cash, is she doing Plug Talk? Adam, no, this is not that kind of relationship. We're just potting.
Shouts to Reeve Cash.
Hilux Driver said, you should interview the Sacramento J-Mac.
Has J Mac not been here yet?
Uh,
We should definitely have J Mac here. if he
J Mac
hasn't.
is not the same as Mac J, who I was just talking about with her on the podcast.
Yeah,
right? There's
yeah,
another.
yeah.
Who's the other J Mac?
Oh
You don't even know.
no, okay. I was thinking of Mac J. I'm not gonna lie. Brizz's brother, Mac, your cousin, Mac J. Yeah,
I mean,
Mac,
yeah, I just searched J Mac music videos. We got a guy named JK
I
Mac.
know what JK Mac is. That's a Young Boys artist. Has nothing to do with this.
They were
I'm-
talking about Mac J.
Yeah, they're talking about
That's
Mac
what.
J.
Okay,
For sure.
but
Yeah.
also J Mac is one of the leading white American porn stars.
This is true
Shout out
as
to
well.
J Mac, girls. If you want to get dicked down by a white guy with a big dick, he's out there.
I thought bro was like Puerto Rican or some shit.
J Mac.
Yeah, I didn't know he was white.
Shit, that's worth a Google. J Mac.
That's the dude that be knocking all the Latinas. That's how I know. You feel me?
Should be laying something down. Porn. J-Mac porn star. If it tells me that he is not white, well, I guess it wouldn't really say that anyway, right?
To the right about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, bro.
Yeah, but it don't
It
say.
doesn't even
Nah,
have
bro,
a
bro. I'm pretty
Wikipedia.
sure, bro, is
Movies.
of Latin.
Angela White finally fucks teenage delinquents. See more.
I'm definitely
I don't know.
J-Mac be putting it down. though, I
But
know.
porn is a world in which everything gets massively simplified. So if you look white, you're white. If you look Puerto Rican, you Puerto Rican. You know, it's not like there's. If you look like you could maybe be a mom, if you're like 29
You're
and you
a
got
MILF.
big boobs, boom, MILF. MILF. If you're 19 and really skinny, barely legal. Well, I guess 19 is barely legal, but
you could be 27 and
yeah,
look like
you
you're
could be
19.
30 and
Yeah.
you're still barely legal if you look like it. Yeah. Okay. Darshan Mafia sent $2. She thinks Plush gonna steal her bag for crack.
Did you really think that I was going to for
No.
crack?
Adam
Maybe-
called it a backpack, so I had to get rid of it.
I mean, I think meth would have been like a more fair assumption.
God damn it. There's so many of these that I'm going to have to read to Bricc if we're actually going to answer them. Bricc, quit playing. Where's the Kid Ink interview? My own lane in full speed, still getting bumped to this day. No cap. Shout
Really?
out to you. Bring awareness to Sacramento rapper Suga that went missing in San Jose.
It's a female that went missing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the girl that was in the news today.
Yeah. Everybody's been trying to get me to cover the story.
Wow. And so somebody like offered her $500 allegedly.
So
In
she was
San Jose in the
yeah.
bar.
Apparently, there's going to be a show,
Hmm.
and like a bunch of dudes said that she was supposed to perform at this show, and then she got in a car with these fools and has not been seen since.
That is a
Correct?
scary
Yeah.
one right there.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
yeah. But
I
she's
think
from
she's like 21,
Sacramento.
22.
Yeah, but she was in San Jose. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, yeah, definitely. Everybody search out some information about that shit if you're in the area.
Nah, for real.
Amir said Lav is way better than mozzarella. Okay. Thank you for your perspective.
Debatable.
And then he also sent $2 more. Adam don't want no Palestinians on No Jumper. I actually do not care at all. That's totally fine.
How you know I'm not Palestinian?
Yeah, John Tesh said, Bricked Up Bricc, please put out a 6-song EP. The streets are hungry.
Do fools even know who John Tesh is?
Who is that?
Remember he was the old host of Entertainment Tonight.
Is that is it? I was
Yeah.
fucking thinking that as I read
Yeah.
it. Like, that sounds.
We dropping
Yeah.
Friday.
This fool. Yeah.
We dropping
Yes.
Friday, dropping music video Monday. I've been dropping. I'm dropping for the next couple weeks.
Was
So
he
we
a
gotta get the
homosexual?
videos
I don't
over
know,
there.
but you for sure have a fan that's deep in their 40s.
Oh, he's still
Brick.
he's still alive too.
Like,
He's not a dead man.
for
He's,
someone to have that reference,
Yeah.
like John Tesh.
John
is
Tesh. That's a
crazy.
fucking rare reference right
Yeah.
there. Keep Jaleec. Shout out to Il E. Rossing. Appreciate the
I
suggestion.
love the next comment.
Hollow Tip.
Hollow Tip. Okay, do you know who Hollow Tip is?
I only know one hollow tip.
Hollow Tip is a legendary Sacramento rapper from back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Like, like the Lunatic era. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Hollow Tip is from back in the 90s. He's an incredible rapper that gets often overlooked. So shouts to that $2 from Reality Check for. Oh yeah. Okay.
And
No.
then this guy, Reality
on.
Check, said, Yo, Lush, RIP Billy Boondocks.
Okay, so yeah, just real quick. Rest in paradise to one of the most influential, charismatic.
He just died?
Yeah, he just passed away last evening. Billy Boondocks from the West Coast battle rap community. He was a rebel
The
to
dude
the
with his
very
chest
end.
out right
Yep,
there?
yep.
You guys
yep,
want to show the screen?
Yep, that's that's the homie. He's actually I don't
He
know.
died
if
from
Sus,
asthma?
I don't know. If
Whoa.
I don't know if Sus is still here, but he's like a cousin to Sus. You feel me? So yeah, and
Wow.
and good friend of mine. Long live Billy Boondocks, and also as well, Oakland, California rapper Saphir, who played Harold in Menace to Society. A lot of y'all might remember Cousin Harold.
Kane Cousin Harold.
Yep,
Don't get caught up at that like Kane Cousin Harold.
and who was an
Gucci
amazing
always raps about him.
right,
Mm.
and who was a great rapper. Saphir the Saucy Nomad also passed away as well. So
Shit,
long
that's
live to
terrible.
both of these legends.
This guy said, Yo, Lush and Adam, we need the Lloyd Banks interview. I would love to interview Lloyd Banks. That would be great.
Easily.
He's very rare, though. He's only done a couple over the
He
past.
pops up in the battle raps. I think that's why I was
Really?
probably included in that
Oh.
because Lloyd, come home.
Bricc.
Let's chop it up.
Lloyd goes crazy.
Did Nipsey Hussle ever test your chin? Somebody sent a donation and said that.
Man, hell no. Yeah, Nipsey, we squabbled.
You did,
Yeah.
but it wasn't decisive.
Man, that boy Spiffy said he was there when I squabbled in the alley.
So he's who this is coming from?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's
Oh.
probably what it is. Yeah. They say we squabbled in the alley. We didn't squabble in the alley. We squabbled in the parking lot. So you wasn't there. You wasn't there when me and Sam was talking because you would have for sure had a whole nother take on things. You get what I'm saying? And if you was there with Nipsey, you don't see nobody else jumping out about that Nipsey fight talking crazy. So and I vouch to not talk about the details of the fight because that's my homeboy. He ain't here to defend himself
Right.
in that conversation. And we both won because we fought. So
It was a hood fade amongst homies, is what you're saying, basically. So
amongst brothers, so shit
Yeah.
ain't nothing.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Ask Bricc why he lied to Butter.
About what?
And then BMX 1803 said, Adam, you're the Magoo of hip hop media. Do you mean like Magoo, the producer,
I
or
believe-
Magoo like Mr. Magoo?
I assume he's talking about Timberland and Magoo, but
Magoo, just like the blind cartoon dude. Do people
Mr.
even
Magoo?
remember
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Magoo?
Magoo.
yeah,
Mr. Magoo. Am I so
that's
old?
him. No,
Yo,
that's
Wow.
him.
This is like
That's
every
Snoopy.
old dude. Every old dude turns into this if
He
you're
kind of
lucky
looks
enough.
like me.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of like
yeah,
Mr.
but he's
Magoo.
like blind. Like you can't see shit. I think that
can't
was a
see
big part of his character.
totally was.
Yeah. Damn. Oh no, he said Timberland and Magoo.
Yeah,
Or actually,
yeah.
someone's
Yeah.
asking him that. Yo, should we put a poll in the chat? Let's start a poll.
She need to put a
I'm-
poll in her
I'm-
purse.
I'm gonna keep it simple. Yes, she does. I'm gonna keep it real simple.
Bricc baby trolling.
I think he found his new ride or die. I think he's feeling your energy.
Yeah, this is like, duh.
The troll
Yeah,
reunion.
exactly. Yeah,
You guys have a lot in common.
yeah.
I knew that was. Oh gosh.
That's how you spell it, right? Jaleec.
Jaleec, yeah.
All right. These are the two options: yes and no.
Oh
Jaleec,
God.
you-
I
you-
feel like I know what he's gonna say.
You like being in LA or what? You like it
I
down
love
here?
LA.
Yeah.
I love LA.
Okay, this is not like a hotness poll or a would you poll. This is just a straight podcast poll. Jaleec, yes or no?
And to be
I'm gonna start it
fair,
right now. Boom. Let's see what people think.
To be fair, Adam, a lot of them can't distinguish. They can't make that distinction. You know what I mean?
That is probably true for a lot of people.
This is gonna be yes.
Do you want to see her on the podcast, and do you want to smash her like the same question to a
Yeah,
lot of people
yeah,
out there?
yeah,
Really?
It
Yeah.
is. It is. It is.
But
But
her takes on things, I'm gonna tell you, it's been easier podcasting with her than Tania,
yeah.
for sure.
That seems
And,
fair, yeah.
What's the other girl?
Zan
Ash
Princess, Ash Bash.
Zan is all right. Zan has cool takes.
Yeah, Zan's cool, but Zan also felt like she usually doesn't understand what the fuck we're talking about.
At all. Yeah, it's like when she does have a take, like she just shuts the fuck up till she knows what is going on.
I'm gonna tell you, like Tania has main character syndrome to a pretty extreme extent. Like she just like I kind of understood when I watched the clips why Snoopy was mad because like she was
Bro.
just randomly talking about him in situations where it's like you didn't have to make this about your baby daddy
Well,
that you know that the other co-host doesn't like.
beyond the fact that she said that he like our child was conceived by R raping or R wording. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's like pretty intense.
Yeah, once you say that, you're kind of reserving yourself to like not talking about anything else
Wait,
about them, right?
Well, look, I feel like Jaleec is a pretty objective journalist. She actually cares about this space. Let me ask you a question, Jaleec. Let's say you're doing a piece about, Fly Boys, right? Would you reach out to somebody from EBK for a comment?
On bands?
I'm just saying, yeah, you're doing like, let's say you're doing a piece, you're interviewing, you're doing like
Well, I
a
already
video.
know their comments.
But I'm
So you're saying would I get their intake on them?
would you be objective? Would you be objective? Would you look at it from
Would I be biased?
right? Would you be biased or not? Are you able to remove your bias?
Now, no. Before, yeah.
And I believe your answer. I believe that you're not biased, and that's kind
Not
of what
anymore.
I was trying to like. This was like a straight alley oop that you just missed the slam dunk on. But no, I was gonna say that I believe that you are able to actually have journalistic integrity and you care about it more than a lot of other people.
Yeah, I do. I adore hip hop.
I think you need to watch more of her content. She's a fucking demon.
She
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Um,
she's a wild one.
she-
I
She
haven't even watched
Listen,
that.
but
and
I've been trying to clean it up. Like, okay, I do have my ways, but we all do. I just have a different way of delivering the message being conveyed.
Mm.
Is that understandable?
Okay.
You be turned up.
When I watch you, the thing that I think is going to get you smoked is when you're talking about gang members and your commentary is like, y'all are bitches. You need to go slide for your homie. Because
Am I saying that though?
in some cases, literally, yes, those are the exact words I've heard you say.
I said the B word.
Maybe not that combined with this, but like
I said y'all not standing on business.
as much as I pay attention to this culture and I know what is expected of people in various situations, I also do not want to be viewed as the one who's basically shaming people into going out and committing violent acts. Now, we'll talk about it if it happens. We'll talk about a lot of stuff adjacent to it, but I never want to look like the one who's saying, hey, use a bitch, go kill someone, or we don't want to hear from you about this topic, even if I know that that's basically how the streets are perceiving it.
So you're not speaking on the decorum of how people should handle themselves in street situations.
Even if I kind of know what is actually expected of people in those situations.
But
yes.
this one over here.
She basically does. Yeah, she says all that. Yeah,
Do I put the battery in her back?
Because
Yes.
she come from it.
You think so?
yeah, you're telling them like you are not a man because you've yet to kill your homie's killer.
I don't. You guys think I'm
You're
influencing
not a
that?
man, you're a band. You know.
Bitch
know the
ass.
Yeah.
I
know
feel
about
like what
that.
I do is I like kind of like challenge their gangster persona. It's like, okay, you guys
you
are,
keep popping it.
they're all
but you ain't
popping
doing
it.
nothing.
They're all popping it.
Yeah.
So if we're being honest, okay, it's a whole bunch of rapping, high power rapping going on, but it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? So it's
The
like
bodies ain't matching up to the flows.
now back when Mozzie and Lavish D was funking, it was body for body, rap for rap, whatever the case may be. Now let me take that back.
Right, for body on body we.
Now
Whoa.
I don't know.
But also like we're
Whoa.
all trying to put the pieces of these puzzles together, right? Because a lot of times, like, you know, okay, the Dirk thing, everybody was telling him to slide for Vaughn. And then some shit ended up happening. It took many years for us to even know how this allegedly went down. And it basically invalidates all of, like, Dirk did, if he did what they accused him of doing, he did exactly what all those fans
Told
were
him to do.
encouraging him to
Yeah.
do.
And
However,
now he's the dumbest person in the world.
and now
to all
he's the
fans.
dumbest person in the world to a lot of fans. And it's been years and years and years. And just now, finally, we're starting to be like, oh, shit, that is a very likely scenario about how this went down. So it's like,
Right.
I would never be like, well, nobody from that neighborhood has died yet, so use a bitch. Who knows what they got cooking up?
Well, no.
You
know?
So what? Okay, that was a good viewpoint.
Don't have a face or
but
a
no,
place.
it's not that I'm
cuz.
doing that. It's more so like, okay, just be a rapper. If you're gonna be a rapper, be a rapper. If you're gonna be a gangster, then be a gangster. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you
Like,
gotta
it's
rap about the drills because the little
But
white
listen,
kids
you
want
can
to
rap
dance
about-
to it.
you can rap about it, but it's like you already made it out. It's pointless at this point. So it's like I'm not really telling them to go slide. I'm like, is it? Then when something does happen, I'm like, well, what are y'all on for real? You know,
I get that, but okay.
that's not how you look at it.
I mean, I know how other people look at it. I
not
just don't want to be the one telling people,
Listen.
go slide or shut the fuck up. Even though I get that that's how a lot of people in the street. Now,
Yeah.
he could say that. And it makes sense in a lot of situations because he knows he's like directly adjacent to that, even if he's a
Right.
podcaster now.
Right. I don't feel like I'm putting the batteries in their backs. I'm just basically testing their gangster. Like, either you're gonna be a rapper or you're gonna be a gangster. Like,
And you rather them be a rapper.
I'd just rather than
but
be
you
a
just giving
rapper.
them a harsh,
I'm giving them
like a
constructive
scolding.
criticism.
Like, you know what I mean? You either go slide or go get in the booth and shut the fuck up. We don't want to
And
hear
just be a
about that
rapper.
shit.
It's
Or
okay.
just go be a gangster nigga and crash out, go do
But
life in jail.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not
yeah.
saying go do this because I don't feel like it's worth it at the end of the day because all we're doing is we're pushing, we're still like going on with this generational curse. And then it's like hip hop is playing a vital role.
Okay, and that's a really good point. But like,
Can we show the screen?
if you look at
This is you.
Oh my god.
in like Stockton. Like, but instead of psychiatric help, it needs to say like sliding help. Like, get in line. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to avenge your homie, and then we good.
You know what?
why does, like, if you look at all the music that's been popular from Sacramento, it's always been really violent and gangster rap. Going back to Sibo, Brother Lynch Hung, like I said, Hollow Tip, Lunatic, you feel me? All these artists are really violent. Like, how come the other type of hip hop? Because there's really dope rappers from Sac, like Nate Curry, Chase Moore. I can name a lot of really dope rappers that make alternative type of shit. You probably don't even know who they are though.
No.
You feel me? Like, why is it that so it's like, where does the media bear responsibility at a certain point? Because we're the ones shining the light on it.
We're keeping the momentum
Correct
to their careers.
But it's
we're
like, but there's other types of rappers out there that are cracking. How come they're not getting shine? How come it's only we're
Why
only
cover
putting
DB by the bag?
DB Bout a Bag is like adjacent to all that though. Like, he might not be killing and shit, but he's still like perpetuating a criminal lifestyle and all that.
He's doing what I feel like he's supposed to do.
And I love DB.
Get
Bout a
money
Bag.
and rap.
He's
You know,
a great
like get
rapper.
money and rap. You don't have to be this extra hard gangbanger. Like, it's not that serious, bro. You made it out. You signed a deal. Go on with your life. Like, it's not that sinister. But then it's like, okay, if you want to be in the streets, okay, well, you at least do it right. Y'all be, as soon as they go slide, they on
Buster ass
Instagram
nigga.
like, go laugh about this, go talk about this. Oh, ha ha. Like, they literally, Stockton and Sacramento gets on Instagram and then talks about what just happened. And so it's not hard to
like
put
what
two
happened
and-
to Leaving Murder Mystery.
come on, like it's
you
like
know what I
y'all
mean?
not. I
They
don't
know
know.
what happened to them. They know what they've been doing.
But they
It
want to prove
happened.
that it's this validation to the internet. Where now this new,
Yeah.
it's now the internet is. They need validation from the internet to be a gangster. And it's like, it's not, what happened to sticking to the street code? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as y'all go slide, y'all on Instagram. And we know.
And
then
it
when
don't
we
even
cover
be
it,
the nigga that slid. He just telling on his homie.
And
basically.
it's
yeah.
weird because like if you look at the older Sac rap, like, you know, Brother Lynch and stuff, and yeah, like we knew that Sibo and them was from Garden Block, and they would say
Right.
what hood they from and all that, but it wasn't detailed. Like, it was a lot of like, you know,
Subliminal coding.
yeah, coding,
coded.
with the exception of X-Rated, who fucking did a 26-year sentence as a result of what he rapped about. You don't really,
Right.
it wasn't talking about sliding on ops and being that specific. Like, this generation though, Sacramento and like Stockton is some of the worst as far as self-implication.
I would like to say you're currently sitting at 66% yes, which might not be like an overwhelming percentage, but for somebody who's just on the show for the first time, that does seem pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
I thought
decent.
it would be higher. Like,
It was higher, and then it's kind of been going down a little bit as more people
The
vote.
ops been hopping into the live.
It's only 800 votes, which is not that much, but you know, it's decent.
The ops hopping into live.
Oh, yeah. They're
We need her
going.
at 75% to even think about
They're
it.
going full throttle right now.
I was just curious what they're gonna think about you.
And well, the fact that it's above 50% is because with the amount of haters that populate.
From my perspective, like in order to really get like a decent judgment of what people think of a person, they need to be on the show multiple times. Because there's a lot of people that have been on the show that got like really good reviews short term, and then it kind of fizzled out. Like it's so true that the fans, and not just our fans, but just podcast fans in general, like they kind of love you as they get to know you. And then it hits like a level where they find out who they think that you really are, and then usually there's a fall off, whether it's dramatic or if it takes a while. I've seen it happen many, many, many times.
Yeah, because sometimes the audience has to grow on, like the audience has to grow on that person. That's
Well, they changed the grading guidelines in school. 67% is like a C now.
Really?
You know what?
Yeah. You still got to see.
People used to act like T-Rail was going to be like the next Joe Budden.
There is like,
What happened to that?
there's a
When he
point
left?
over here.
Huh?
When he left, that's what
Shortly
they were
before
saying?
he
Like
left.
right before he left, there was kind of like so much hype about him, and the fans were like super interested in him. And
That's crazy.
I remember we had him on Sledge Lords, which was like me and Danny Mullins' podcast that might have done 30 episodes or some shit like that.
You heard it?
And it was like an extra 100K on that
yeah.
episode because he was on it.
bro.
Which sounds crazy. It might have been more than that. It might have been an extra 120, 140. That's crazy.
That was the first cop that asked Terry up here. That's why.
He literally
no, because AD had been around for a while before that and shit. So
he could do no wrong at a certain point. T-Rail, like literally that last month prior to them leaving was like the T-Rail show.
There's a reason why they felt the confidence to dip.
Yeah.
And
so you didn't fire them?
No.
Oh.
No, just me.
They saw themselves out.
Just me. Just me.
But he brought you back.
He did.
So he adores you.
It's like that
He's
last
not the villain all the time.
when you're like beep and the pool goes yeah. You feel me? Yeah.
Yo, a lot of people are saying that it was Ack's fault that T-Rail believed himself to that
Partially.
extent. Yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah. Nah, Ack used to be telling him, if I hired you, Adam's got to be paying you at least $200K a year, right? And then they'd be like, "Whoa, no," and then he'd be like, "What? That's fucked up." Actually, yeah, that is lame. That does piss me off when I think about Ack doing that.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, but for sure, like, I don't think that there's any there's no podcast host employed by him that I know of. But if he were to, $200K is a lot of fucking income.
That
You
is
got
a lot
to
of
be getting some
income.
serious views before that could start to make sense.
Yeah.
But that's also literally like Dijon Paul being on this platform and being like, you guys work for the white man. You don't even have ownership. And then fucking proceeding to like fill out a job application for $0 an hour.
Insane.
From the same people that you said were employees. Yeah.
You don't think he's getting paid?
No.
Nah.
Absolutely not. I don't think he's getting paid. Matter of fact, post the pay stub, post any evidence if you're a part of the pink slip challenge now has multiple meanings.
Shout out to Gunner in the chat. He's banging Fousey K in the chat.
Fousey K,
big Fousey.
Big Fousey K over here. I ain't gonna do the letters because
what about Gunner saying to him? We didn't mention this. Dude was like, "Suck my dick." He said, "Watch you get on your knees and suck my dick." He said, "Get on your knees."
That was the best part about it is that it was his attempt to like just really like make Gunna look like a bitch, and then Gunna just obviously doesn't give a shit. Why am I saying Gunna and not Gunner? But he just
This
straight
Gunner's
up
not
like
right.
laughed in his face because
he has a hard ER.
Gunner's been on the internet. We have another hard R topic actually, but just like the fact that Gunner has been online long enough, like he knew instantly that he was dealing with a fucking human joke.
Yeah,
you don't even need to like. All you got to do is see this. Like,
look how he
creature
was
in front of
dressed
you.
during that clip. All right, so we talked about it a little bit. Did you guys all get a chance to watch the Fresh and Fit kick out clip of the young black woman with the red glasses?
Yes.
Now, Flacco told me that we didn't actually see the fight that led up to it, and I would love to play it right now. But basically, the girl got kicked out of the Fresh and Fit studio because she was being rude and disrespectful. I guess it's fair to say. Myron really ratcheted up the disrespect to a different level by screaming the N-word with the hard R at her, which he is a person of color. But I feel like even a straight up black person, if they say the N-word with the right pronunciation.
With the hard R, you're like downgrade. Like you're a fucking, this is what they talk about when they call us this.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
You lose a little bit of melanin when you say that. It just depletes from your system.
Yeah, so that was pretty troubling to me. What did you guys think when you saw that clip?
I mean, it's rare that. Look, I've always red pill content. I don't really fuck with in general. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it certainly lost a lot of steam the past few years.
And I give those guys credit for being originators in that space, and they really have. But I've always kind of been on the opposite side of what they do. Now, regardless of how someone acts, like I feel like Myron just showed his ass, and there's no way around it. He just clearly showed his ass.
But showed his ass how? I feel like that the way he acted there was completely in line with the character that he's been building up over the years, which is basically, I'm not going to say he's like a woman hater or a black hater, but he also clearly has very strong opinions about like the average black person.
Look
And-
at your hair, your wig.
Yeah, and
Look
even
at you, your stomach jiggles.
and
I'm
the
like,
average woman, for
devalues
sure.
them.
Yeah.
He
Like, what the
devalues
fuck
women
is he
based
talking
upon
about?
like hereditary black traits.
But I will
Yeah.
say, I watched roughly like a 15-minute podcast clip that was kind of like the lead up to that kick out. That girl is
Deserved it.
a B word for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
and
yeah.
has her head up her ass.
Yeah.
And was a terrible participant in the Fresh and Fit podcast, because I do feel like Myron and them get shit to a level that they don't deserve. Because, like, for instance, she brings up on the clip, like, oh, you're the one who had that argument with Asian Doll. At that
Yeah.
time, they're doing
Yeah.
like a 10, 12 person sit down around the table.
right?
Asian Doll is fully having a conversation on the other side of the table. On here, that's annoying. When you have 10 people on the podcast, that is impossible. You cannot allow that. You have to maintain like a strict set of rules conversationally if you're going to have that many people on the podcast at once. She wasn't being respectful about it. I felt like Myron actually was pretty reasonable in the Asian Doll situation. And in this one, bro, this chick, she would not let anybody else talk. She was talking over everybody. She's accusing people of being racist, who, from my perspective, were like clear, like the other girls who were like not saying anything racist. She's telling them that they're racist. Like, as much as it's difficult to see this black woman getting kicked out of that studio in that elevator, I feel like it was something had to be done.
Okay, fair enough. But Adam,
That's
of
valid.
all the words that are gonna pop in your mind at that moment,
Mm.
the fact that he chose that angle
The hard R.
when he could have just been like, "Hey, you stupid ass bitch, get your ass the
Yeah,
fuck
get
up
the
out of
fuck
here."
on.
Mm.
There's a million things he could have said, and the fact that she was acting like a cunt, that would justify it, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Mm.
But the fact that of all the millions of words in your eloquent mind, you landed on that and thought that was acceptable, it just, like I said, he showed his ass. We already, and it just gives more ammo to the people that want to, try to deride that platform.
If she got up under her skin, he probably was doing that to get back under her skin because he knew it hit hard. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you dirty.
So you
get
say
what
that?
I'm saying? What? I mean, if I was talking to a bitch and she was acting just hella black, like, fucking nigger, bitch, shut up.
I don't think so, Bricc.
He
I
says,
was a dead homies. I didn't
he
call
said,
him
But it
a
would-
nigger,
but
he
it
bitch.
says,
wouldn't
you
have hit-
stupid.
I call him all the time.
Picture me saying the full word.
Yeah.
You stupid. You don't really get to hear that a lot in modern society. Occasionally you'll watch a clip and it's somebody screaming that at somebody on the street or whatever. You don't really get to hear it like that.
Yeah.
So Myron just saying it with the full passion of a Klansman. I can understand why it was really the talk of Twitter
Klansman.
over the weekend.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it was cool, but I didn't been there before. Like, bitch, you is just
Doing
ugh.
too much.
It would-
Yeah,
but-
doing
but-
too
but-
much.
you
but-
doing
but
way
Bricc,
too
it would-
much.
it would-
What?
Yeah.
it
They
literally,
do get a bit excessive
Yeah.
Right,
when it
but
comes
you-
to like their demeanor.
And you know,
and-
I'm from the hood, so you
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Like, bitch,
You know
that's
what?
why motherfuckers look at us like that. 'Cause
It'll-
of you.
it'll
yeah,
have
no,
a-
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll have
yeah.
a different accent, like literally and figuratively, if you said that.
Yeah,
Which
like,
I
nigger bitch,
Okay, but
and it gotta be a nigger bitch.
Even
'Cause
you.
after-
even you, as a SBA, as a street dude, as a guy who's got tattoos on your face, no matter how valid your gripe with her might be, as soon as you say that, there is a gigantic percentage of the population that does not give a fuck if she violated you,
Oh,
your
yeah,
dead
for
homies,
sure.
your
For
neighborhood,
sure.
etc.
For
As
sure.
soon as you say the hard R,
yeah.
oh hell no,
I wouldn't
nobody
say,
cares.
I wouldn't say it on camera while I was arguing with a girl. For
Okay.
sure.
Jesus.
For sure, 100%. No. I didn't say he said the right thing. I'm just saying, like, I understand sometimes. Like, if he's saying that she was doing what I think she was doing, just that extra out, like, I'm black, I'm here, y'all think y'all better than me, racist ass bitches, just because I'm dark skinned, you think that you gonna overtalk me? Like, no, bitch, you're overtalking the whole table right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he trying to prove a point that black women are educated and
Yeah.
shit. Like, you overdoing
I
it.
am. Oh, he might be on Do Not Disturb because he's
Yeah,
recording.
twice.
So I hit him with the twice.
Yeah.
He also might have two numbers. We're gonna be done soon here, suspect. I gotta see if we can get a ruling, a little bit of thought into what inspired him to scream the N-word at that woman in the elevator.
Your call has been
He's probably live, realistically. Or he's on a date.
Probably using the hard R.
Probably calling some other black girl. Not funny.
Not funny.
Hilarious.
Not funny.
Not
Hilarious.
The situation is funny.
I'm the
Look
one
at
that
Cuz.
didn't. I'm the only one that didn't co-sign it.
He thought it was funny. Yeah,
For the record.
He's flexing Panda, then he doesn't share. He's a fucking stingy, light skinned Drake ass nigga.
Yeah.
I'm flexing an $8 plate.
Yes.
You just starving.
Yes. Nigga. I'm eating
just
cereal and
starving.
shit, nigga. You eat
Crazy.
nigga luxury.
Everybody make sure you tune in to the music review stream with Almighty Suspect joining the crew after this episode. All right, I got one last topic that I think we should discuss. Everybody has probably seen it by now. FYBJ Main. I reacted to it on my solo stream from last week. FYBJ Main
Fuck
attempted
CJ man.
to go. Oh yeah, we don't say FYB anymore. It's just J Main. J Main went to O Block, starts having, relatively, peaceful conversations with people like Mana Ike, etc. Then from out the woodwork comes E-Dog. E-Dog hits him with his complaints, lets him know you still have videos up where you're dissing our dead homies. You never formally apologize, which he takes issue with and basically says, yes, I did formally apologize for that, etc. And I wouldn't say J-Man gets chased out of O-Block, but he feels the vibe right away.
Comfortable.
And the exit is like 15 feet away. So he says, all right, boom, I'm out of here. Walks his ass out of there. I think he had a big guy with a gun.
Yeah.
So it's not like he had that much to worry about, realistically. If
He
anybody
got
tried to
gently
shoot,
raised.
if somebody tried to shoot him, somebody was going to get shot. So it was not an ideal situation for anything like that to happen. But
And he like, why you come to the hood with a security guard pushing peace?
which
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I disagree with that logic.
No, because
So do
you
I.
would be a goddamn idiot to go there without a shooter.
No,
Correct.
in the streets, if one nigga pulled up to that peace treaty we had in LA with a security guard, nigga, he would have been off the list.
Really?
We not doing that. Listen, if we know we meeting up for peace, like E-Dog said on DJU. Did you see his DJU?
I didn't see that yet.
Okay, so what he did was said like, hey, if you would have got with the people you was beefing with instead of going to get little bro, Money Ike, whatever his name is, Money Ike, whatever his name is. But he like, if you would have came to the people that you was actually getting into it with and we was going back and forth with and built that bridge, because we all push a piece to it, you come through us, it's like you went around it because you was trying to make content out of it instead of face what you really got to face over this shit. And he like, nigga, we could have brought you up through there. And it ain't even like he's disregarding, but he like, they didn't beef with y'all. They don't beef with 63rd like that. So they gripe ain't really with y'all like that. They don't hate y'all as much as we hate y'all. So you come through with the people you was beefing with, and then nigga, we'll all sit down and figure it out, because you can make it right with some people that you ain't never killed one of their homies that they went to school with. And you still not making it right with that. You get what I'm saying?
With the actual
Yeah.
folks you can do with that, yeah.
Okay, how do you feel it was affected by the fact that J-Man showed up with a cameraman filming it? Because I feel like that's probably part of why somebody like E-Dog didn't really fully respect it as well. Because it's like, not everything needs to be content. Realistically, if me and you had some crazy beef for a little while, and then we talk about it off camera, it's going to be so different than if we talk about it on camera.
Yeah.
And therefore, I feel like,
because you could go into detail about what happened.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, whoopty whoop.
and
You know what I mean?
it's easy for me to say I'm sorry when we're not on camera. On camera, all of a sudden, you got to think about your ego. You got to think about how people are going to perceive it. Whereas, like, when you're off camera, you can kind of be a little bit more open and transparent and shit. Nobody's going to cry on camera.
Yeah.
Even if it really is that big a deal to you.
But to play devil's advocate, like, you know what I mean? Like,
This some devil shit? Nah, I'm out of here. Take that shit back.
Good
man.
callback. Good callback. I like
that was
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like you over there, he's obviously trying to do something positive. And if the stones were thrown in public, why not make the retraction in public as well? And what do we know J Mane for? We know J Mane for his on-camera persona more than we do his work in the streets. So him going over there with a camera is actually making more of a statement because he's not going over there as big boss man shot caller from 63rd.
But it also
he's
looks
going there as the mouthpiece on
But
a
it look
public
commercial
perspective.
though. Like, is you trying to push peace, or are you just trying to get the attention on the internet for pushing
But
peace?
it's got to be
I say
commercialized
that-
to a
I say
degree.
that
It's got to
if
be.
he went the route that E-Dog was talking about, the camera would have even been accepted. You should have came and round tabled with the people that are your age, not your peers, but the ones that's much your age, and then y'all set up the date, and then we all push up, we pull up together and all that. We go in with the camera, we know what we doing. I
On
got
cam.
everything. Yeah.
On cam. Yeah.
You don't have your first interaction with the people you was beefing with on camera. That was like, I felt like that was to save your ass. You didn't know what was gonna happen, so roll them cameras type shit.
But I also feel like he disrespected so many Oblockians as well as other people, given that he had diss songs out about their dead loved ones, that it's like, even if he had gotten cool with E-Dog beforehand, there's going to be a bunch of other people too. And even though E-Dog has a lot of rank around there and there's not many people who are going to try to like override whatever he's doing, it's going to get tricky.
But they got diss songs too, so at the end of the day, we meeting up to say none of that shit matters no more. Like, you can't just point the finger at little shit like, hey, what we gonna do we can't clean up what happened in the past. That shit happened. It's already spilled blood. If you willing, what's from today forward, what we doing?
Right, and
it ain't about what happened in the past. It's from today forward.
I do get
But is
E-Dog's.
everybody going to be on that type of timing though?
That's what we don't
And
know.
that's why you go meet up with
we don't know.
hire the niggas that mean something over there first and let them go check the scene. You ain't gonna never, it's a peace treaty. It's not a let's party every day after that. It's we meet up, we call a ceasefire, and we go back to our regular program. I'm not finna be nowhere where you can catch me loafing, nigga. We not kicking it every day.
And in reality, so much of that beef is perpetuated, and all beefs are perpetuated by fear, right? And you don't know what the type of what type of timing the people pulling up are on, right? Right there. If everybody's supposed to be cool, I get E-Dog's point. There's no need for a security guard. If we really squashing shit for real, then we all just there to chop game. And
but isn't the security guard to a certain extent just an acknowledgement of the reality that J Mane is basically a celebrity, and any celebrity in modern times is always at risk of becoming a clout pack, you know, like if somebody had spit in his face, somebody threw a drink in his face.
So you might
he knows exactly what that is. That's viral content for weeks and weeks and weeks. Even him politely leaving was super viral. The fucking E-Dog interview on DJU has 400K in a day. But the vlog that J Mane made has like 1 million views. Those are crazy numbers when you consider that these are dudes who don't have hit records. They're just dudes from this area who got involved in a little situation.
That means that J Mane, unfortunately, ain't the messenger for what's trying to go on right now. What they need is somebody that's off camera, more Tay Savages, and you know what I mean, that's seriously meeting up with the Muslims, doing what. Take all them chains off. Take all the shit that'll make you a Vic. Take your Blick over there. Take you 3-4 homies over there, nigga. It's gonna be 3-4 of they homies, nigga. We can meet up somewhere neutral first till we figure it out. Then we'll push over there.
But a security guard is just a homie with a gun.
No, but Adam, I feel like you're
not always.
You don't go by yourself. They wasn't by themselves. It was 4-5 of them niggas in the old block. Nigga, I'm coming with my homeboys.
He was with a bunch of fucking Muslim dudes, and Sadiq was there. Except a bunch of people are respected enough
that we was shooting with. Hey, you know him, he shot your partner, nigga. I shot your partner. Like, nigga, we here.
Yeah, I feel like, Adam, you're like equating this to yourself and you being a media figure and what it would be like for you in this situation, which is a little bit different for him because he's directly involved in the conflict.
Yeah,
you
know we was blowing at each other. We could figure this out without everybody else around. Just, you know what I mean? You bring your little solid few, I bring a solid few. It's only going to be the level here ones. We gonna go sit down and talk. Then we gonna go holler at who we gonna holler at. You go holler at you out. Y'all could come 20 deep. We could come on side 20 deep. Like, it should be that comfortable after that conversation is over because y'all done hashed out everything that y'all needed to hash out.
And J Mane's not a celebrity of the caliber that you are, so it's gonna feel a little bit.
But in that world,
I
mean,
bro, I seen like a 10-year-old girl crying her eyes out, not crying her eyes out, but freaking out because she saw J Mane at O Block. So she's in O-Block. She probably
Yeah.
sees all kinds of celebrity
Yeah.
fucking rapper type dudes all the time. J-Mane,
I question the parenting of
who-
that young girl.
she's just outside. There's like school's getting out at that moment. That's actually what made the whole thing kind of weird is like nothing bad, violent, etc. should happen in this environment where you got like busloads of kids
coming
getting
up.
out right then and there.
But E-Dog
Chicago.
said he wasn't even on that. He like, we could have argued right there. Nigga, you didn't have to leave. Nigga, you knew you was in the wrong type shit. Like, I wasn't even on the pistol play shit.
Mm.
He like, I just was telling you what I disagree with. You had your opportunity to fire back if you wanted to.
Yeah, like I saw a lot of people saying that if J-Mane really wanted to show that he was about pushing peace, he would have stood there and had that argument.
Took all that,
handled
like,
that,
all right,
yeah.
cool. And then you respond back and like, no disrespect, but hey, check it out. And that's why it shouldn't have been a camera. Because it's certain shit that E-Dog wasn't able to say and J-Mane ain't gonna be able to say while that camera rolling of why they really, what they want to squash and what they really have problems
But
with.
you know that E-Dog and J-Mane had some kind of like awkward encounter like
At the
about a year
barbershop
ago.
or
Yeah,
the
and
food
J-Mane
spot
talked
or
about
something.
it on DJU before the whole pushing peace thing kind of fully came together.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, and then J-Mane was kind of being disrespectful talking about it. Like definitely
Yeah.
was not fully on the pushing peace
Yeah.
wave at that time. He was dressed up like a fucking doctor or whatever
he's
on that
talking about,
episode.
What you know, J-Mane went to the car.
So what
and
Bricc said
E-Dog
earlier,
just disappeared.
what Bricc said earlier, it probably should have been somebody besides him. And yeah, he
Yeah.
probably, if it's your first encounter, you probably shouldn't go with your camera on and all that. Like if that's the first thing, and I understand why he did.
But I feel like some of the people that would be like more logical as spokespersons for whatever his side was are people that really would not be safe in that environment.
I agree.
Then it's not safe
And it's
to do
not
a
like-
peace treaty yet.
It's
then.
not like J-Mane's homies are all on the push and peace shit.
Yeah, that's
No.
all
That's
they-
what I was
He's
gonna
kind of on his
say.
own.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. So is 63rd and O-Block ever gonna be on like a peace treaty type of bandwagon, like to where
Shit,
they
I'm
can
not
come
from
together?
Chicago.
well, I mean, the
I mean, just being.
Yeah, if they not on it.
On that,
Exactly.
exactly. So it's pointless.
Cause now look at it this way. Man, you really from BD trying to get back cool with your roots, nigga. You not even from GD. So
Right.
what the fuck? Like that's when that shit start getting tricky cause he a BD GD nigga. You get what I'm saying? You from BD, but you kick it with the GD. So nigga, you really come from over here.
And you could really,
Like you
you're
coming
literally
back over here to get back right with your people. What the fuck is they coming with you for? Y'all
Mm.
not even from the same set, I guess.
And you could look up on the internet, and St. Lawrence and Normal have had beef for as like damn near as long as like 6-0 and A-Trey. Like a lot of the oldest beefs in LA
Right.
are as old as that. It goes so much deeper than this modern era of these different, hybrid set rap groups beefing with each other. It's super deep. So
Definitely.
Boss.
I have one good piece of news to end this with. Blastoff sent $5. Said breaking news: they found Sugar Dior. She ran away from her folks. She's with her family in Michigan.
Hey,
Oh, that's
check it
good.
out.
Now he could be lying. I don't know, but that seems
that sounds legit.
he spent $5 to make that point. So let's hope that is accurate.
Hey,
yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, like apologies, somebody owes probably apologies to them dudes that were probably.
How much you run
making
away with, Sugar?
accusations.
Come
Oh my goodness.
on. You still got it on you.
That shit been, she in Detroit. That shit been spent. Fool. That shit.
All right, shout out to everybody who watched this. The boys will be streaming your music momentarily. Jaleec, I don't know if you plan on staying around for this.
Yeah.
You should
I'm
totally
just chilling.
just hang out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Am I welcome?
guys,
Is
don't
that okay, Bricc?
try to
Oh,
impress
no.
her.
Oh no.
I'm not feeling you.
I'm feeling the sexual chemistry between y'all.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh
what I mean?
my God.
His baby
thought I
mama
was
beat
feeling
bitches
you?
up.
Nah.
Wait, we're not talking about the fact that you went to the white person party.
Oh my God, I had so much fun.
Parker's 4th birthday party. Bricc, not the trick, came through. And
As
there,
a 1%er.
there was no moment where I had to explain to anyone. Like I felt like there might be like some kind of awkwardness at some point where somebody would be like, "So why is that guy got a big eagle on the side of his face?" or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody
They didn't
seen
do
that. Because all right, the parents of the kids that my kid is around are like even if they are deep down inside scared of black people, they know not to act like it.
Yeah.
So even if they were a little
liberal
like,
kids, yeah.
oh, look at that guy,
Yeah.
they're not gonna
They
show
didn't act-
that.
I also
Yeah.
think that you're a lot less low than you think you are. Like you think you're kind of like slick over there. They know
Yeah.
who the fuck you are, homeboy.
Hey,
Yeah,
and a lot of shit. It wasn't too many encounters, but I did encounter a lady that wasn't to a liking
Of you? She said something? Shut up.
when I said hi, she said bye.
Shut the
Like,
fuck
hey, she
up.
said bye.
Seriously?
You know who it is, but I'm not gonna say it right here. 'cause
You
I
gotta
don't
tell
want-
me off camera.
Yeah, I
Let-
got to.
a family member? No.
Yeah, I think on the other side, not on your side.
No, definitely not on my side. My parents are
Yeah,
wokies.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
never.
Her dad, her
Wow.
dad, and your dad are definitely cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got to the bottom of you, like, they don't take it.
Yeah.
Her dad used to run a taco truck for like 20 years. So
For real?
he been in the trenches.
Yeah, been
yeah.
in the trenches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he's used to it for sure. He stuck by me. I talked to him probably most of the party.
Yeah.
Bye is crazy.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
You
bye.
guys were at the P convention this year, right?
Pink?
The P.
Pause. What's
P.
that?
the P convention.
I know someone that
Like
likes
pimping?
In Las Vegas.
AVN.
You could say porn.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
We were
Okay,
out there.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
You gonna
okay.
come?
No, I just a couple people seen you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, it's taking place again in January.
Yeah.
So when you say this year,
There was
I'm
like a girl was like, it's crazy. Really, I think you guys took a picture. I think you did.
Oh, with the big old boobs.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw
like
it.
how big when you say
I
big?
stayed
It was
at
like-
the hotel where the
Where it was
stuff
at.
Yeah. So I seen
yeah,
everything.
you were out there and I didn't even see you
Huh? You did.
in Vegas.
Yeah,
oh,
we
we went to
did.
the strip club,
We
but
got
at the
drunk as hell.
awards, I didn't see you.
Wait,
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
wait. So her tits were
'Cause you
so
were
big
the
you couldn't
red-
see Bricc on the other side.
Like trying to get your timing on the red carpet. That
Yeah.
shit. We just was out thugging at that point.
Yeah.
Catch you afterwards.
Definitely,
Yeah.
We got drunk as fuck though.
for sure.
We were, and Gordy was a shroomy that night. The valet told me that he slept on the hood of the car.
I got drunk, but I didn't get to the level that a certain Plug Talk employee got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
she was
Curled up
she
in
was
a
there.
ball.
On a
my
good
God.
one?
That was not good. That mean I was like, wow, I'm drunk, but I'm not drunk like that.
I could tell that was coming.
Well, Gordy sleeping on the car, I think that probably takes the cake.
Oh yeah, they like this your car, bro. Do you know the dude that's been driving it all
It's a
night?
random car.
He's like, yeah, he was just laying on the hood of the car talking about he's in Vegas. I'm like, what?
All right, appreciate y'all. Stick around for the music stream. No jumper. Hit that like button, and we out.
Come on.
No, see late.